Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Video Game Choo Choo. I have exciting news, you guys. John Machonsky is here.
Oh.
That's not exciting at all. You just built up everyone's expectations and then you squandered them.
John, you're an exciting person. Every time you're on the show, I'm amazed that you're still here.
Well, thank you. True. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for being amazed that I didn't quit from deep shame, you know?
I mean, I'm surprised that the show is going on in general. I mean, any of us would quit at this point.
This is like episode 16 or something?
Yeah, wow. We're gonna hit like 25 soon, and then we're gonna have to have the 25th episode extravaganza.
When is our website going
episode
up?
Spectacular, the 100th episode celebration.
We're gonna get to 100 episodes before our fucking website goes up.
I think that's the beautiful thing. I think that would be great. It's like, alright guys, it's 2025, we're still working on that website, don't worry, and then you go to videogamechoochoo.com and it's just the construction worker gif.
It's just like a GeoCities page.
Welcome to Choo Choo.
Welcome to Choo Choo under construction.
Post. We should do the questions posts.
The question post is kind of important.
Yeah.
I completely forgot to do that, goddamn.
Whoops.
You see, if we had just an open question email...
I know.
If we just had an open question email. Yeah. Hey, listeners, that's something that's coming. We're gonna have an open question email so you can send us questions whenever you want. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be real exciting.
All these new features.
That's the magic of having unlimited email addresses.
Hell yeah.
So I can just make 1 million question emails.
But for now, you're just going to have to send your asks to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com.
Or at VG... Well, actually, just for this week. By the time next week rolls around, I mean, it'll probably be, I don't know, questions at videogamechoochoo.com or podcast at videogamechoochoo.com. One of the two. One of those two things.
Hey, you know what? Then the people that listen to us that don't follow our Tumblr, which is where we're based, will actually be able to find us. That'll be exciting, right?
Yeah.
We have a large number of listeners that don't talk to us and we never tell them where to go.
Yeah, like all those weirdos that don't use social media, frickin' weird jackasses. Go make a blog. Go make a tweet. We want to hear you. We want to see you. We want to see what you're eating, what you're drinking.
You don't even have to make a tweet or a blog to send us questions on our Tumblr.com account.
You could just send us an anonymous one and we'll be like, oh man, is this a nice question? Is this a good, fun question? And then no, it just says, fuck you.
We're like 16 episodes in and this is the first time that we actually mention on the show, oh right, by the way, if you want to send us questions, visit us on our Tumblr page.
This is a highly professional
a little while ago.
I'm pretty sure we've mentioned it. I've mentioned it at least. I remember us mentioning it.
Alright.
It's just that our listeners don't like us.
Yeah, nobody wants to ask us our important questions, the important opinions on the video games.
We're very important people.
We are very important people. So, in order to stall for time while Mike makes the questions post, John, have you been playing anything lately?
John, did you make the questions post? Because John's usually the one who does it on the Tumblr, and I do that on the Twitter.
No, man. No. But you know what the scary thing is as soon as... Before we even made the post, someone sent us a question. We got a question right now.
We have a part of the show to attend to the questions. The first part of the show is for games that we played.
Steven,
John,
what games have you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing all sorts of games.
There's John. He made it. I'm going to add a question mark, John. You have to add a question mark.
Oh my god.
Fuck's sake. Just tell them to send anonymous asks.
Send anonymous asks if you want.
Rate my blog. Send me nudes.
Why, Mike, the games that I've been playing are numerous and varied.
That's exciting, Stephen Epps of VideoGameChooChoo.com.
I suppose I'll just start off with the game that I bought today, which is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate for the Wii U.
Ooh, why?
It was half off, and that's just about the only reason. Nintendo, I don't think they've formally realized it yet, but they're starting to realize that, hey, you know what? We can put digital distribution games on sale for ludicrous discounts, and we don't lose anything by doing that. So they put Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which was $60 in the eShop, same as the physical price. They put that for $30. And so I thought, I heard that game was good. I think I'm gonna buy it for $30. I impulse bought something because it was cheap. Wow, Nintendo was the first one to realize that was a valid business strategy.
That's really weird. Of all the companies, I did not expect them to be the ones to catch on. I mean, the console companies.
Especially considering Nintendo's entire Wii U eShop library consists of 6 pages, with 10 games per page, and that is including Virtual Console games, of which there are probably like 4 pages. So, they're not the smartest people to make that decision, but they made it first. So, okay.
Good on them.
Good on them for putting double-digit percentages of their entire library on sale. And let's see. I played that for a little bit, and I'm not gonna say good? It's weird. It's a very Japanese kind of game. Not like No More Heroes, like, oh, it's weird Japanese. It's very grindy, and everything's got a system. And it would be unfair to say that this game is poorly tutorialized, but there's just so much little stuff, like, so many little systems that it all kind of gets a little bit overwhelming, and it's all shaping up to be like this gigantic grind. Like, so far, like, the basic healing item in the game is a potion, right? And you'd think, oh, well, I can just go to a store and buy a potion, right? No, you can't. You have to make them. How do you make a potion? You go out and you get a couple of mushrooms and you get some crushed up bugs, and then you make the potion. And I'm just thinking this is like the easiest to get healing item in the game, and I still have to do like this weird little bitty grinding thing in order to get one of them.
This seems more like a simulation than anything else.
It is kind of like you hear the title Monster Hunter, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get to hunt these gigantic beasts, but then that's like really just such a small part of it from what I can gather, where you spend more time preparing to fight one giant monster than you do actually hunting monsters. It's like, oh, I'm gonna hunt the Rathalos today, so for the next week, I'm going to micromanage my resources and like work on the little in-game farm that I've got, so that I can get all the appropriate plants to stock up on potions, and then I'm gonna get everything together, and then I'm gonna call all my friends so we can all cooperate together. And it's like this big, gigantic, like, corporation of just little small businesses going on, so we can all get ready to do Rathalos this Friday. And it's very weird. It's like, I can tell that there's a good game in there, but it's very deeply buried.
It sounds like an MMO.
It does sound like, it feels a lot like an MMO too. Like the layout and everything, it's like an MMO that you play by yourself.
Yeah, I've heard single player MMO thrown about a lot when describing Monster Hunter. But like,
yeah.
Getting your friends together to go take on a raid boss, that is literally just something you do in an MMO. That's something you don't really find anywhere else.
It's very MMO-like, and it seems like a lot of fun, and then like, you sit down and, I'm gonna play some Monster Hunter, gonna hunt some monsters, and then you sit down and then you just don't do that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'll sink more time into that. I wanna play it. It seems interesting, but I don't know if I will ever play that.
Well, what else are you gonna play for your Wii U?
Yeah, like, well, I could play Wind Waker HD, which came out, I think, today?
Yeah, that's
for digital download. Today is the 20th. Of September, and I think that just came out today for digital download. And it's $50, which is a good deal. It sounds like a good deal. Like, oh, this brand new game is $50 on the eShop? Well, that's a good deal. And then you realize that 2 weeks from now you can go to a store and buy a physical copy for the same price, for the same $50. And, I mean...
I don't think it's gonna be $50. I think the MSRP on this is $60.
No, it is $50.
No, it is $50 for a physical copy. Yeah. It's $50 for a physical copy, so there's no discount for buying it early. You just get it earlier. And I think that's interesting what Nintendo's trying to do there. I'm not sure why they're doing that.
You got the deluxe version though, right? With the discount thing?
I've got the deluxe edition Wii U, which gives you like $5 every time you spend like $50. So, I mean, that's neat. I could get $5 to spend on the eShop if I bought Wind Waker, but 2 weeks early, I think Nintendo is trying, and this goes back to Monster Hunter as well, they're trying to give benefits for buying digital over physical. they're the first company to actually start taking steps towards it, because no other company's like that. You'll just like, oh, you can buy it in the shop and it's full price. Nintendo's trying to take their steps, but I don't think they're quite realizing exactly why things like Steam get digital distribution so right, whereas no console's done it right before. They're trying to understand it, but it's very simple. Just make it cheaper.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're willing to do that yet.
And nobody really is. That's why you saw so much fear around the Xbox One thing. It's like Microsoft had no discounts for anything except during like Black Friday or like super crazy sales. And I have to imagine a lot of that was publisher mandated.
Yeah, it's like with Microsoft, people were very scared of the idea of like the all digital console because Microsoft's not known for doing that. And, you know, Microsoft would come forward and say, no, it's just like Steam, you'll love it. And then it's like, you guys don't have that track record of putting things on major discounts every other week. Like, I could go to Steam's front page right now and find like 5 different really good games for less than $10 because there's always a sale going on Steam.
Yep.
Every week they have a week-long sale, then they have daily deals, they have midweek madness, they have all sorts of stuff. Like, I bought Gunpoint a few days ago for $5, midweek madness, 2 days only. I would not have bought that game otherwise, but Mike said it was really, really good, and then there it was for $5, so I got it.
And it also helps that game is like $10 to begin with. That's still not a whole lot, and being able to set your own price on that system really goes a long way.
Yeah. So it comes down to all you have to do to have digital distribution work well is just initially price low. And Nintendo's taking steps sort of in the right direction.
The discount thing isn't quite there, but it's something.
They tried. I feel like this Monster Hunter sale, because they're doing it with both the Wii U and the 3DS version. So for $50, you can get the Wii U and the 3DS versions, both of them at the same time.
Oh, nice.
And those have cross-platform play. So I think they're trying this as an experiment to see, like, what if we did start having regular sales on these big games? And that's part of the reason why I bought Monster Hunter, is because if this is some kind of experiment, I wanted to vote with my money. I wanted to say, yes, if you do this, I'll pay money more often than I would have bought this. I would never have bought this game, but it was on sale, so then I bought it.
And the cross-platform play, like, that gets you a copy for the 3DS if you get the main version for the Wii U?
No, how it works is it's $20 for the 3DS version and it's $30 for the Wii U version. And the way it works is that you can play the two games with each other. Like, your friend has a copy of it, and then you boot up your Wii U. Your friend can, like, play the same game on his 3DS that you're playing on the Wii U.
That's a really cool idea.
It is a really cool idea, and I wish that the Wii U did that more, kind of like how the PS4 and the Vita are shaping up to be super interactive with each other.
Yeah, I'm really excited for, like, the Vita TV, PS4 type stuff.
Yeah, that all looks really cool, but that's a completely different topic. We'll talk about that later, I suppose. I'm still talking about myself.
Did you get into Gunpoint at all?
I did. I beat like the first set of tutorial missions where you're supposed to erase all the information connecting you to the murder.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty neat. I'm having a lot of fun, like, working out, rewiring things so that, like, I can have this big elaborate plan in my head, like, okay, well, I'm gonna make the switch do this, and then I'm gonna bait the guard into flipping the switch, and that's gonna, like, set off something on the other side of the building. And it's all really fun. I'm probably gonna get pretty deep into that.
One of my favorite parts about that game is, like, when you're making plans, like you mentioned earlier, when that stuff goes horribly wrong in really funny ways, and you have to try and figure out how to debut fuck this. That's a lot of fun when you're asked to think on your feet. And the game gives you enough tools to do that, and is generous with the checkpoints, and is very tight in terms of design, so it feels that when you screw up, it's still fun. You're still having a good time.
Mm-hmm. I like that the game also rewards you for both taking your time on a mission and also doing it as slowly as possible.
Yep.
Those are both rewards. I like that.
You mean going as fast as possible and taking your time?
Yeah, they have like a rank that still gives you a reward for taking your time, and it has it as thoughtful.
Right.
And then they also have one that says like speedy, whatever that one's called. That's a really nice touch. I wish more games did that.
Like, they reward you for not killing anyone, but if you kill everyone, you still get rewards. Just rewarding all kinds of play styles.
They they don't like try to railroad you into a play style with the rewards, which is really, really nice. I like that.
How do you feel about the writing?
The writing is surprisingly funny. I didn't realize that this was actually going to be as funny a game as it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in terms of the presentation in that game is really fantastic. Like the writing, the soundtrack, it's got a very distinctive art style. I like a lot of things about Gunpoint, as I've said many times in this show. But I'm glad you're into it so far.
Yeah, what you've said is not without merit, I think.
And that game only gets better, so I'm sure you'll really enjoy it by the end.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll enjoy it as it goes on. One more thing that I bought recently that stands out in my mind was Killer is Dead, which, has been something of a point of discussion, not just on this show, but on the internet in general. Very big point of contention, and a point of a lot of discussion recently. Like, not just for the sexism thing, but reviewers in general. A lot of people have been noticing this trend lately where American reviewers have been giving Japanese character action games very low scores. And, like, someone, I forget who, I think it was, the developers of that one Cthulhu, like, RPG game. I don't recall the name of them.
Oh, Zeboyd, right?
Zeboyd, that's right. Zeboyd wrote this really good article.
Robert Boyd wrote something about the Wonderful 101 and why, like, it doesn't gel with Western critics or something.
And basically it boiled down to is that you can't really master Wonderful 101 or Killer is Dead in a weekend, so when an American reviewer is handed a game on Thursday and has said, I want a review written and published by Sunday, when you hand them a game that you can't immediately get, they get frustrated and they say, oh, this game is bad. It's hard. I don't like it. And I think that did apply a lot to Killer is Dead because there are a lot of American reviews of Killer is Dead that say, not only is it sexist, it's also not very fun. And I've been having a really good time with that game. That game is a lot of fun. You just have to, like, the game doles out its tutorials not in, like, this kind of standard American fare where it just gives you a small arena and it says, press X to do this. It doesn't, like, go through the steps and force you to do it. It has them as pop-up windows where you have to read. And I don't think that gels with most Americans, sadly. Where the tutorial is nothing but you have to read this and then remember it later. But, I've been having a lot of fun with the combat, and a lot of reviews by American reviewers say the combat's no fun, that everything is, it's nonsense. The story's no good, it doesn't make any sense, the combat's not good.
In all fairness, I've seen some clips of cutscenes of that game. It does seem like nonsense.
It is nonsense, and I think that's part of the reason that I like it, and the part of the reason that I liked Metal Gear Rising so much, is because it's just so nonsensical. And where Killer is Dead is far more nonsensical than, Revengeance is. It's kinda gone back to what Killer 7 did. Where everything is just balls to the wall ridiculous and really dark and just stylish and weird and you play it for that. You play it to see this insane thing that Suda51 came up with. And it really pains me to see, like, reviewers going all over the place saying, oh, this game is nonsense, the game's not fun. When it's really fun if you give it time, and the story, while nonsensical, it's like, that's kinda why you buy it. Like, it's a very niche game, I think. So, I don't know, I don't think that game's been treated very fairly, but I understand why now. That Zeboyd article kinda got me thinking.
There are issues with the way the American review system works in general. Like, the embargo date is king. There have certainly been times when I've been given a game to review and I have this embargo date and I do kind of, have to get a review out as soon as possible. Or even worse, I get a game at launch and then I have to review it as, like, immediately because I'm already behind everyone else. I think Destructoid, does that kind of thing right. They're not always 100% on time with their reviews, but I feel like they do give a lot more care to the game. I think.
Yeah.
Like, they were one of the few people who gave the Wonderful 101 a pretty high score. I think Jonathan Holmes gave it a 9.5, I want to say. But he really likes that kind of stuff, so that would make sense that he would like that.
Yeah, so it is kind of frustrating as a fan of that genre of games and as the kind of person that likes weird Japanese stuff to see Killer is Dead getting such shitty reviews. But
I haven't really seen anything shitty. It's been like, this is kind of a niche game set.
Yeah, but yes, you know what I mean. Like, reading the substance of the reviews, there has been very harsh comments about the game and, like, factors where I would strongly disagree, I suppose, is the nicest way to put it.
Well, Steven, when we get the website up, you can write your own Killer is Dead review and show all those people.
Sure.
When the website finally goes up in 2060.
Yes. There is one thing that I wanted to mention about Killer is Dead, and that is the highly controversial gigolo mode.
So I didn't get until recently that you are a prostitute in that mode. Is that correct?
It's very weird how that mode works, where it's called gigolo mode, and it's treated as if you are the prostitute, but then you pay money to give the women gifts. How the mode works, it's all very silly, and I can see why someone is offended by it, but I think the controversy was overblown just a little bit. But I think that's just my sense of humor, being able to look at this and say, wow, this is the dumbest shit, I love it. And I could see where somebody would look at this and say, wow, this is the dumbest shit, I hate it, I wish this was never in here. So that's just my sense of humor. But how the mode works is, you're paired up with this woman, this beautiful, busty, blonde, Bond girl type woman. And, you're sitting at a bar or what have you with her, and the game goes into first person mode, and you control Mondo's vision with the, right thumbstick. And how it works is when the girl's not looking, you gotta sneak peeks at her titties or her ass or, like her groin area. And it's all very stupid. But, I could totally see why somebody would be offended by that. I'm not defending it in the slightest. I just think it's hilarious.
This sounds like a minigame Serve Boob would think up.
It does sound like a minigame that Serve Boob would think up.
That would not happen because you're implying that Serve Boob would go out on a date.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, he's living out his fantasy. He would think it up. No, it's not the Serve Boob minigame.
Serve Boob's fantasy is that the curse is lifted off of his dick. That's it. He needs to be freed from his prison.
His dastardly dingus.
Yeah, his dastardly dick that drags and is decimated daily.
Eventually how this mode works is when you sneak the peeks at the women's, sexy bits, this little meter shaped like Mondo's head fills up with blood, and when Jesus your head Christ. Is full of blood, you gain enough guts to give the woman a gift. And, you can just take a shot in the dark and just give her one of the gifts that you buy, from the gift shop, which, you buy gifts from the gift shop by completing regular missions. And that's the only thing that you can spend your money on as far as I know. So, you buy the gifts, and you give them the gift, and eventually, like, this meter full of hearts will fill up, and then the game will be over, and the screen will fade to white, and there will be this just grotesque noise of Mondo making a roaring sound. And then, it'll be like exactly like that, with jazzy music playing as the screen fades to white. And then, the girl will say something like, "You make me so happy. Here, take this." And then she'll give you, like, a weapon or something. And it's the funniest shit ever. And I think the controversy for it, while it does sound really bad, when you play it, like, reading about it on paper, it's like, wow, this is the most sexist thing in the world. I hate this. And then you actually play it, and you're like, this is the dumbest fucking thing in the world, and I don't see how anybody could get as mad as the people online were getting, like, actually experiencing this.
Here's my take. Here's my take. It's just from what I'm hearing from you, though. I have a copy of Killer's Dead, and I'm gonna play it soon, but here's my take on what you're saying.
Go ahead.
It sounds like they went with the James Bond archetype, which is really obviously what they're trying to do with Mondo. Mm-hmm. And then they tried to gamify it and make it funny. And it's less that Killer is Dead is trying to be sexist. It's just that, like, the original concept of James Bond just going around and fucking women wherever and just, like, being sexy, like that, that's really outdated. And that's really stupid. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if someone came up with James Bond today, everyone would be like, oh my god, that's so sexist. Why in the hell would you, like, he saves the day and he gets the girl every time.
You couldn't have a character named Pussy Galore in a movie nowadays.
Exactly. And I mean, that's, like, it makes sense why
they even played with that in the latest Bond movie.
Yeah.
Did either of you guys see Skyfall?
No, I'm sorry to say.
No, yeah, they played with that a lot. Yeah, it's really good. It was one of my favorite movies of last year.
Well, if it came out last year, it's probably on Netflix. So if I'm not like stone dead by the end of this from how tired I am, I'll probably watch it.
No, yeah, I highly recommend it. But it does go into the whole Bond as a male archetype thing. It's utterly fascinating as a character study.
Well, that's cool.
If that's what you're saying about Killer is Dead, I might give Killer is Dead a shot.
Killer is Dead is really fun.
Interesting.
Killer is Dead is really fun if you have the patience for it. And it's not like patience as in it's a bad game. It's patience as in it's a game that you have to practice at.
Okay.
And I think that one of the best ways that I've ever heard the concept of it put is that American games reward you for buying them, and Japanese games reward you for mastering them. And I think that's kind of the line that's being driven between American reviewers and Japanese games. So, like, if you have time to give Killer is Dead, like, a minute to practice at it and get good at it, you'll start doing all this awesome shit and you'll be having a great time. You just have to invest in it.
John, are you eating?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Someone's making some kind of chewing noises and sounds that sound like they're ripping off a bandage.
No idea.
John?
That's really weird. I'm not making any noise.
That is really weird. Maybe it's Steven's cat.
I'm sure. Maybe I tossed him out though. Whatever. I'm sure you'll edit it out, just like you edit out all of the other obnoxious, obtrusive noises. Like in the previous episode when you edited out, like, whoever it was dropping their microphone.
I don't think I could, though. I remember trying to get that out, but...
Nobody was speaking. Nobody was speaking when they dropped their microphone. No, nobody.
God, I'm that was just incompetent.
Like... that was directly tied into your incredible incompetence. So... yeah, that's, let's see. Have I been playing anything else since I've been talking for about 20 minutes straight? I don't think so, so I'm gonna pass the mic off to whoever.
John, what do you got for us?
I just caught it. I caught it midair. That's how good I am.
Snatch the mic.
You can snatch me anytime, John.
Alright, Mike, that's enough. This isn't an R18 podcast. There are children speak. There are children here.
Oh, your phrase R18 did remind me, actually, of something that I played for a little bit. I played the Hatsune Miku Project Diva F demo, which I'm sure if both of my friends here watch Giant Bomb, they watched the Giant Bomb cast of that. And that even as someone that likes, as somebody that likes anime and likes Hatsune Miku, that was probably the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
You should really give Giant Bomb a shot if you like that, cause it's just all that kind of stuff.
I know, but it was especially funny for me to see three 30-something-year-old, 25-something-year-old men who have absolutely no interest in anime play a niche game for Japanese little girls that came out in America for some reason, and then be able to certainly say after the end of half an hour, why yes, I am an American man, and I don't like this anime game for girls. I think the funniest part of it was when they were spinning Miku around the character viewer, and she kept disappearing because they kept trying to look up her dress.
There needs to be a sticker on this game. This is warning, not what you're looking for.
I don't know if I was proud of the game for that. It was just so funny how that was the first thing that they went to, and then they were like, wow, I can't believe this, when it didn't give them that. The first time they do a pervy thing in a Japanese game and it shuts them out, and then they start getting upset. Anyway, I'm sorry, John. I'm very sorry,
it's
John.
Fine,
Please
it's
go
fine,
on.
It's fine. No. Yeah, I have been playing one game for the past bit. I have been playing a shit ton of Saints Row 4.
Intriguing.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty crazy considering the fact that, cause a friend of mine let me borrow 2 of his games. He let me borrow Saints Row 4 and he let me borrow Killer is Dead. And I'm trying to just tackle one at a time. So I'm doing Saints Row 4 right now and I am having a ball.
I hear that game apes Prototype a lot.
It apes everything it can, really. Like, one of my favorite things about this game is that it is a Saints Row game, and it has parodies, and it's subtle with the parody. Like, you're on a ship. There's a lot in the game you're on a ship, like a spaceship, and it's played like Mass Effect's Normandy. You walk around and you talk to the rest of your crew, and you get missions from them, and you even have loyalty missions like in Mass Effect. But
and romance.
There's a button, when you walk up to every character, you press triangle to talk to them normally, or then you could press square to romance them. And because they're just Saints Row characters, they just have casual sex. There's no big, you have to raise your level to be with me. You just walk up to them and you press square and you're like, hey, you wanna fuck? And they're like, sure. Like, that's it. That's it. It's great.
Sexist.
And
no, cause you can have sex with the dudes.
Yes, you can have, you don't even just have sex
I love the enthusiasm behind that, Mike.
You can have sex with, you can have sex with anything on that ship. You can have sex with anyone on that ship except for Keith David. Keith David says no, but I feel like the only reason why that is because you don't have sex with Keith David. You make love to him. So, that's something that I think you do need to unlock. But every other character, even there is an AI character that is just a floating eyeball, and it sucks your dick. So
game of the fucking year.
That is lovely. That game looks hilarious, and I watched a clip of the parody of the stealth section, and how, the main character was like, why don't I just shoot the guys? And the person's like, no, you have to shoot the lights first. And I also love that game has a Nolan North voice.
Yep.
You just play as Nolan North.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a minute too, because when I was watching the video, I was like, is that Nolan North? It sounds like Nolan North. And then I remembered seeing a screenshot of the character selection screen.
It just straight up says Nolan North.
It just says Nolan North after like a list of male 1, male 2, male 3, female 1, all that junk. It just says Nolan North. I love that. That's fucking hysterical.
And it's weird considering that Saints Row, these games, they kind of jump onto bandwagons a little slow. Like in Saints Row 3, there was zombies and there was a bunch of auto-tune jokes, which was like a year after it was funny. But it still pulled it off. In Saints Row 4, there's a dubstep gun. And it's like, yeah, dubstep, whatever, but it still pulls it off just because of how they handle that gun. The gun shoots lasers to the beat of the dubstep, and it's so cool. Like, a lot of the guns have charge up times, so the dubstep gun's charge up time is just like the little bit before the drop, so it's just like, and it just starts shooting as it's playing the dubstep. It is so fun.
Wow.
It is just more of Saints Row 3, but I can't complain about that, really. Like, that's really the only detriment I could see to that game, is that it's not different it's very different. It does have a lot of stuff in it that is new and interesting and fun. But it's Saints Row 3 too. And,
okay.
Yeah, and I love it to bits. God, that game. I haven't really done a lot of the loyalty missions, from what I'm hearing, the loyalty missions are the best part. I've only done one loyalty mission. That was funny as hell. And, God, I just, like Mike, when you texted me, John, get on here to get on the choo-choo, which was like 40 minutes ago, I was playing Saints Row 4. You had to drag me away from that.
You almost betrayed the choo-choo.
I almost betrayed the choo-choo to play more Saints Row. It's that much fun.
That is the game I am going to play when I have a couple days home, for Thanksgiving break. I'm just gonna sit down on the couch with my gaming PC, buy that game, and just blaze through it.
Yeah, I'm trying, it's weird that, it's weird, but it's also kinda nice, cause, in past games, when you would do in your missions, you would do like one version of a side mission. Be like, okay, yeah, here's a main story mission where you have to go through Professor Genki. And then after that you could just do Genki whenever you want. the way that they set this up is that they have main missions, but then they also have side missions that net you challenges, which gives you new superpowers or new abilities or give you money or clothing. And those side missions are just the other instances of the side missions. So it rewards you a lot more for doing those side missions, and it rewards you for 100% completing the game a lot more.
So, do they lock any of the traversal superpowers behind that stuff?
No, they don't. They just lock certain upgrades to those superpowers.
Okay.
You get all the superpowers from story mode or just as you're playing, and then you get some upgrades you have to spend. You spend points from clusters, which are just these pickups that you find around, and there are, I want to say at least 1,200 of them, maybe less, maybe more, I don't know. There's about 1,200 of them just scattered around the entire map. And as you pick them up, you can spend them on upgrading your superpowers, and some of the upgrades are behind that, and then some of them are behind challenges, and that's about it. And then there's still abilities like health upgrades or the ability to carry more ammo. That you have to pay for, and that you have to level up to unlock. But yeah, they integrate everything really fluidly. You're constantly unlocking new things because after you finish a mission, you're gonna have enough money, or or just by traversing around the city enough, you're going to have enough clusters to unlock something new within the next 15 minutes. So it's a constantly rewarding game, and it's really hard to put down. I'm having a lot of fun with it, so
I'm really looking forward to buying that game.
Highly recommended.
It does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Other than that, I haven't been playing too much. I'm trying to think. It's really upsetting. I need to get a PS3 copy of Dive Kick because the PC community is dead.
Yeah.
And I'd like to blame a little bit of that on GTA 5, but also just, it's completely dead. Nobody's playing that game anymore. And I mean, there's still support for it. Iron Galaxy's still working on stuff for it, but
it's not terribly surprising to see that game kind of died out quickly, considering it's like a joke Flash game. Like, I bought that game knowing full well that game would probably last a month at best.
Yeah, I can still see this getting busted out. Like, I still play it whenever I go over to a friend's house.
It's a good game for bringing over and playing with friends.
And
hey, you want to play Dive Kick? That sounds hilarious. Let's do that for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's upsetting seeing it not seeing it at anime conventions, because that is just such a perfect gather around and let's swap controllers.
Yeah. It's a really good game for parties, I think.
Yeah.
And you don't buy party games for the PC. You just don't.
I mean, hell, I'm weighing my options right now with money that I have. I'm trying to figure out if it'd be a good idea to get a Vita right now.
I think maybe...
And that's gonna be a personal, a portable Dive Kick machine, basically.
Yeah, what part of the reason that I recently subscribed to PlayStation Plus is because I knew that by the time I got a Vita, all of the PlayStation Plus games would have covered the Vita library, more or less. This month I subscribed to PlayStation Plus, already got Gravity Rush and the Uncharted game for it.
Awesome.
And those were the games that people were like, oh, these are the games for the Vita to buy right now. There's gonna be more later, but you gotta get these. These are great. Mm-hmm. So I figure by the time I actually get a Vita, Persona 4 would probably have been in the PlayStation Plus by then.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Maybe not, because people buy the system for that game.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. People buy the system for that game, and Atlas is going through some shit right now, but still, I mostly got PlayStation Plus for being able to ensure a library of games for my Vita by then.
And PlayStation Plus is just generally pretty great.
It's a really good service, yeah. I'm playing games that I've seen people say are so good, but I've never actually tried, Machinarium. That game's really interesting, really fun, and I never would have played it, but there it was for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the next game from those people comes out, maybe you'll give that a shot too.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a win-win situation for everybody.
Yeah, and it's like, Bit Trip presents Runner 2. I bought that game for the PC when it was on sale, and then I played it for a little bit, and I was like, this game would be really fun if I was just like chilling out on a couch, because like when I'm playing a PC game, I'm not really like kicking back and going like, yeah, I'm just gonna lay around today because my chair isn't as comfortable as the couch. So to be able to easily play that game on the TV is another plus, and there's a siren going on outside.
Ooh, they're coming for you.
They're coming for me. They know I've been pirating the animes. They're gonna come beat me for what? They're gonna come beat me for pirating like Blu-ray rips of Madoka Magica.
How's that show, Steven?
It's really good, actually. I marathoned it in one afternoon. If we want to talk about anime later, we can do that. But
I kind of want to watch it, but I would have to like turn my back to my roommates, and then they'd see what I was watching, and I would suffer a deep shame.
I think that once you got past like the first couple of episodes of Madoka, like your friends could look over your shoulder and be like, "Oh, what's that?" and not like you could not be embarrassed, because after the first 2 episodes, that show just immediately like gets dark as fuck. It's great, and it'll give you the feels, but you watch those first 2 episodes somewhere where nobody's gonna look over your shoulder. Those first 2 episodes play the whole magical girl thing completely straight.
All right.
That's not what I want to talk about right now. I just remembered that I played The Last of Us for a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, those loading screens are long.
Those loading screens are really long, and I'm glad that there's only one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But that one lasts about like 5 or so minutes.
What do you think about the game, though?
It's warming up to me. Like, I remember on past shows I've said, I don't like how the environment's completely empty. And I kinda still feel that. Like, I think the environments are still a bit too open. Like, there's very subtle game design tips to show you where to go, in that, like, there's exit signs in the building, and typically if you don't know where to go, you should just follow the exit signs. And that's, like, something that I had to pick up on, though. Like, the levels are very naturally built. Like, they actually feel like abandoned buildings, which is good, except that doesn't benefit actual progression from the level, because it's easy to kind of get lost in these very realistic, samey-looking environments.
Yeah.
So I know where you are, I think, based on your Choo Choo Toys photo.
I just started the part where it got to fall. Like, it showed the screen where it said fall, and then I stopped playing.
Okay. So you are about a fourth through that game. Like, each season is about a fourth. Winter is the best.
So I've heard.
John, how far are you in Last of Us?
Not very at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I still haven't met Ellie.
Oh wow, no.
That's not very far, John. That's about like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Okay, listen. I'm having a feeling that The Last of Us is going to be the next Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, John, we have to play that before the end of the year.
Oh, John, come on. It's alright.
It's not like I'm not having fun when I play it, but it's like I play a bit of it and I'm like, okay, I'm done playing this for now. I should.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too, because the last time I played The Last of Us was 2 months ago. So.
I'm in the exact opposite camp. I got the game and burned through it in like a weekend.
You're capable of doing that. I guess I'm just not.
Like, maybe my heart is deader than yours?
I don't know.
We still have a spark of hope in our lives, Mike. You're gone.
Well, I mean, I am the man that marathoned an entire 12-episode anime series in an afternoon, so maybe I just have a different kind of lost cause constitution than you do. But, no, God, dogs and sirens going on.
Is that a chain chomp?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Like, that literally sounded like a chain chomp.
And, yeah, that's my dumbass dog barking at God knows what.
Well.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Murphy.
Thanks, Murphy, for sounding like a chain chomp and keeping it video games in here.
Keep it video games, Murph. Just hope Lester doesn't start barking. He's insane. But anyway, Last of Us, I wanted to say that that game is really, really pretty, and like the amount of detail put into the environments is insane, and I really appreciate what they're doing with it. but at the end of like a gameplay experience, I just kind of sit down and I kind of think it's like, I got lost in that beautiful environment way too much. Mm-hmm. Like, all of it was so good and so pretty, and I got lost because like, a good chunk of it didn't actually do anything.
You're gonna really hate the school level. You're just gonna really hate that. I'm just
maybe
saying it now. You should probably look up like some kind of map for that one.
Maybe.
Because I did get lost.
I think that game would
generally in that game.
Yeah, I think that game would benefit from a map in general. Just like, look around the level, find a paper map, and it does like the Silent Hill thing where it like marks off where you've been.
Or like do some kind of paper map. Like have a notebook and a marker.
Yeah, like have a notebook. Like just have Joel Doodle in it.
Super Metroid it.
Something like that, And so that game is really nice, and I really appreciate all of the effort they put into it. I wish they had waited until the next generation of consoles in order to make this immaculate-looking game. Because
The Last of Us on PS4. Jesus Christ.
Would have been astounding, but The Last of Us on the PS3, while it does look incredible, there are very, very obvious graphical seams with that game. Like, if you turn too fast, you'll turn around and see, like, the entire room, like, white for, like, 2 seconds. And then stuff will, like, pop back in, and you'll see, like, literal seams in the level geometry if you move too fast or you, like, approach a door at a weird angle.
I also think, like, just a little bit of our dissatisfaction with this stuff comes from our newfound PC love.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I would have noticed that even if I wasn't a PC gamer, though, where if you, like, approach a room at a weird angle, where you're outside of the door and the room hasn't loaded yet, but you can still look into the room, and for performance reasons, most of that room is just a completely white, like, square.
But in terms of, like, art direction, though, it is stellar.
In terms of art direction and the dedication that they put into it, it's amazing. It's amazing that, like, there's just so much unique crap in that game. Like, it feels like a fully fleshed out world. It just, there's too many seams, I think. It's still a fantastic game, and I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna like it, and I'm gonna talk about for the Game of the Year thing. It's probably gonna get, like, onto the list for presentation alone.
Yeah. I think just the things they did manage to do with that system are just spectacular.
I think for ambition, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what they tried to do, it's like, wow, you guys tried to do a lot and you were partially successful for a lot of it. What you did was very impressive. I wish you had waited. Like, if this was a PS4 game, it would have been an amazing launch title for the PS4.
Well, I imagine that since Naughty Dog works in threes, we will see another game set in this universe on the PS4.
I don't know.
If I had to guess, like, they've already bucked their trend by starting the new IP on the current generation.
Maybe. I just think that it would have behooved them to wait.
Yeah.
Like, even if it hadn't been able to render at, like, 1080p, because, like, we have no idea how powerful the next-gen consoles are. It probably still would have had to be 720p and at 30 frames per second, but it would have been so much more solid on the PS4 without all those little seams, and with, like, that extra little bit of time to work on it. I don't know. It's still a really great game. I'm
really looking forward to the both of you finishing that, because I want to hear your takes on the ending.
Cast.
Wait for my The Last of Us review in 2016.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The site won't be up by then.
Most of the things that I've backed on Kickstarter will be out by then.
John,
I'll be like reviewing Hyperlight or whatever it's called.
Hyperdimension Neptunia 16, the new
that
adventures.
one. Yeah. Sure. Hyperlight Runner, I think it's called.
Alright, yeah, that's about it.
Those are some interesting noises you made, John.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I could make more, but I'm not going to.
No, you have to now.
Okay. There.
Alright, stop. I have trouble putting up with the sounds my dogs make. Come on, dude.
At least John's noises are inventive. Like dogs, it's just barking day in and day out.
Woof. There.
Yeah.
God damn it, John. So
they don't stop. So, Mike, what have you been playing?
I'm going to start out with Super Hot because it's the easiest one to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a browser-based game. I played a lot of browser-based games this week.
Unity, I think.
Yeah. You play as someone who time only moves when you do. That's the central conceit of the game. And you gotta kill the red guys, and sometimes you have a gun with limited ammo. So let's say you're in a room. This one level I'm thinking of describes this concept the best. You're in a hallway. There's a gun in the middle of the hallway. There's 3 dudes on the other end of the hallway shooting at you. Get the gun, don't die. You die in 1 hit. So every time you walk, time moves. So if the bullets are on the other end of the room, you take a step, they're gonna get closer. And time is always moving at a very, very slow pace. So time doesn't stop entirely, but that's how they let you dodge bullets and stuff. The bullets are bright red, they have long trails, the enemies are bright red, and the backgrounds are all very gray and white. So the contrast does help a lot. It allows you to pick out stuff from the environment and dodge the bullets more effectively. So you want to get to cover before the bullets get you, but you can dodge the bullets if you absolutely need to, because you can see how they're coming at you. You can see what their trajectory is, stuff like that. It's all very important in terms of visual design. I wish a lot of people would take notice from that, especially in games like Max Payne, where I died a lot in Max Payne 3 because I was doing the bullet time, but I didn't know where bullets were coming from, which was a bit of an issue.
Yeah. I lost patience with Max Payne 3 very quickly, I think.
I still like that game a lot, but that was one of my issues. But in Superhot, that issue is totally gone. It also has this very interesting Max Headroom meets RoboCop type presentation. I really want to see more of that game. I want to see a full version. I think it's on Greenlight right now, but SuperHotGame.com.
Yeah,
it
got greenlit.
Oh, it got greenlit. Fantastic. Hopefully
yeah, Greenlight's gotten a lot better lately.
Excellent.
So, yeah, I actually played that too, and I thought all of the same things that you did, Mark.
Good.
It was very neat as a proof of concept, and I'm interested to see, like, where they would take that as a full game.
I'm pretty sure John feels the same way.
Kickstarter, I don't know.
Kickstarter? More like Prickstarter? Fuck them!
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks, John.
And
moving on to the Kickstarter section of the podcast, we have everybody on Kickstarter that we've ever liked on the show as guests. We have KG and Ashune here to talk about Mighty Number 9.
Hi KG. I hope you like jokes, cause that was one.
So I also played The Last Door. That game.
What is that?
It's a horror. I say horror in air quotes. It's not super crazy, scary amnesia.
What's it called? The Last Story?
The Last Door. The Last Story is a JRPG. Do not go there for horror.
Yeah, I heard you say that, and isn't that like a game for the Wii?
Yeah, The Last Story, Fatal Frame 4.
Yeah.
The Last Door is another free browser-based game, because I just felt lazy this week. I didn't feel like taking my Vita down to ITS so I could download Hotline Miami. Fucking school internet. So The Last Door is, it's 8-bit, I think, or 16-bit. It's some kind of bit. It's pixely. It's this
that very common art style that indie games are wont to do right now.
It's beat boop bop style. That's what I call it.
Beat boop bop style.
Retro.
That's pretty good.
Retro spelled with an X.
It does feel like more of a conscious decision though. The low res graphics mean that your imagination has to do a lot of the work. So some disturbing things are just a little bit more disturbing because you can't see all of it and your brain fills in the missing pieces. I think that's a really effective tool.
Oh man, that's like, what's that game called? I don't remember what it's called.
Is it a horror game?
Yeah, it's
Is it Don't Shit Your Pants?
Yeah, that's the scariest game ever created.
That's the scariest retro survival horror game I've ever played, browser-based.
No, I was thinking about, Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor's like that.
That game. Yeah, I haven't played that, but I own it.
I'm gonna play it this week.
Like everyone
PC gaming, everybody.
Because it was like on a humble bundle.
It's in like it was in a bundle.
Yeah, it was in a couple of humble bundles.
By this point, there are just so many humble bundles and so many games in them, they started repeating. Like, I own Bastion thrice.
Yeah. Like, I've given away Bastion more times than I care to even remember at this point.
God, what was I saying? Last Door, it's good. It's not so much scary as it is creepy. Like, it's the kind of creepy that just gets under your skin and, like, you can't stop thinking about it. You gotta get it out. You gotta scrub it out. Scrub the creepy out. The puzzles can get a little bit too adventure gamey. I'm trying to think of one in particular. Like, you gotta get the dead crow, and you gotta put it in the cat bowl, and then you gotta find the rosary behind the painting, and then you gotta hold the window up, and then the cat's gonna get the crow and eat it, and then the cat goes down to the basement, and then you can finally knock through the wall because the cat is behind the wall, but you couldn't before. And it's just a lot of stuff like that. So I had to consult a walkthrough twice for each chapter. There are 2 chapters up right now. First one's free to play. The second one's going to be free to play this month, but if you want to donate some money and help get episode 3 made, then you can play that now, which is what I did. You also get the soundtracks. Episode 2 had just something different where I just had all this stuff and no idea what to do with it. Apparently you're supposed to stick a teardrop in a statue and then flash the mirror at the statue and then make people think the statue is crying.
So, very adventure gamey then.
Yeah, but those are like the only 2 examples I can think of. It's only like 1 per episode. The rest are pretty straightforward puzzles. A lot of the really good stuff in the last door comes from the documents you find and the pixelated horror. A lot of it just asks you to fill in the blanks with your own mind. There are a couple really effective jump scares, just a lot of really creepy, gross imagery. It's super effective in what it does, but I feel like tightening up the puzzles a little bit would have gone a long way towards making that game just like held in very high esteem. I think the only problems with that are just the way it designs the puzzles. And it becomes pretty significant when you're stuck and you start not being scared anymore because you get frustrated. I think that's a really big problem with horror games in general. That's one of the reasons I've been kind of iffy on buying Outlast. I mean, I want to buy it because it looks cool, but on the other hand, like, there's a lot of trial and error stealth. You just have to guess. It seems like a real issue.
So, Mike, have you been playing anything else?
No, not in particular, but I'd recommend people go check out The Last Door. It's totally free. Same thing with superhotgame.com, thelastdoor.com. I think Steven in particular should check out The Last Door.
Okay. On that note of adventure games, there was something that I wanted to talk about, a few Kickstarter games, if you all don't mind me indulging myself for a bit.
I incredibly mind, Steven.
Oh, sorry. Well, too bad. I wanted to talk about a few Kickstarter games that I've been looking at. A lot of good Kickstarters are going on right now. One of them is called Octopus City Blues. And this is a very weird Kickstarter, and I've been kind of following the project pretty closely. And it's insanely hard to describe what this game is about, but I think the best way to say what this game is like is, you know how kids movies and kids video games from the 90s are sometimes like really, really creepy, but by accident?
Uh-huh.
Like you'd watch like, a Disney movie and then like some really like deeply disturbing shit would happen. And it's obvious that that's not the intention, but like every single little kid in the room watching the movie is like, holy fuck, I'm traumatized for life. That's what this game looks like, but done on purpose. It's really weird, and it's 5 days left on the Kickstarter. They've made $1,700 after asking for $7,000, which makes me very happy. I'd highly recommend for everybody to check that out. That's something that I find to be incredibly cool. And would you guys care to look at it for a little bit?
Sure.
I guess we have no choice.
Yeah, there you go. Just like watch that video for a bit. I'll wait.
I bet you will, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at like the little GIFs and pictures, and yeah, that's exactly what you said is right. Yeah, it does look like a 90s kids movie. That's fucking creepy. Yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah, ooh yeah. I don't know why people even consider the ooh yeah anymore.
Oh yeah, that game already made its funding.
Yeah, that game already made its funding, and like, even though it's not exactly comparable to it, telling people to check out a Kickstarter whose game has already made the funding is a little bit like saying, hey, have you heard of Mighty Number 9 yet? But still, that's a really cool game, and I wanted to give it a shout out. There's a couple of other games that I saw on Kickstarter lately. One is called Death Road to Canada, and the other one is called Hyperlight Drifter, which I mentioned earlier. Death Road to Canada, I don't know what kind of game it really is, but it looks hilarious. Uh-huh. The people working on the game seem to have a very similar sense of humor to me. They gave an example. It's like one of the Kickstarter, backer rewards is that you can have your original character put into the game. And as an example of a character that you can submit into the game, they had someone submit a, masculine dwarf that has the ability to turn into an anime character. And, another one of their character examples was, Sonic the Hedgehog with Hank Hill's face. And recently they updated and showed that, in the game playable, there are going to be the characters from Casey Green's Anime Club comic. And, the main character of Don't Shit Your Pants by Cellar Door Games. So, this game looks hilarious, and I wanted to also give that a shout out. Hyperlight Drifter.
Anything with the Anime Club is
anything with Casey Green's Anime Club is a good buy. Uh-huh. Hyperlight Drifter is another thing. Looks very strange. I guess the best way to describe it in terms of its stylistic choices is a bit like Pixel Art Journey. And it's also that, it's using that very indie game kind of, art style where it's made out of pixels, but it's not really shouting out to any particular era. It just looks like that. And it looks very interesting, and one of the most interesting parts is that in the Kickstarter's, pictures, John, you're big into EVA, so you'll immediately notice, who's in one of the pictures down there.
Yes. Scrolling. Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
They have Big Skull Anime Man from Evangelion down there.
There he is.
So, that game also looks very cool. Just, get all these names into our little, into the podcast description so that we can tweet at people and say, hey, we gave you a shout out. And then they can retweet us and they'll think that we're giving them they'll think we're giving them publicity, but in fact, it's going the other way around.
Until you mentioned that, you fucker.
Dude,
don't pull back the curtain on this operation, you'll sink us all.
Listen, everyone, don't listen to Steven. I don't even care about publicity. For me personally, I just want to be friends with a bunch of indie devs. Like, how cool is that?
I genuinely do like that. I like that we have a very good relationship with Yacht Club Games, even though we only ever talked to them once.
That's what I'm saying. I want to be able to,
still really cool.
I want to, call up Yacht Club Games and be like, listen, I want to swing by, I want to take a look at what you guys are doing.
I like that we have the ability to be able to, say something like, hey, Yacht Club Games, would you like to come back on the show? And they would probably say yes. I love that. And
that would probably be a damn good show.
It would be a damn good show. Because our episode with Yacht Club Games was fantastic.
I gotta meet those guys anyway.
I would love to meet those guys. And
I am sure I will be unavailable at some point, and you guys could do a show with them.
Absolutely. And
then you fuckers
I did want to give a shout out to all those different Kickstarters because I have been following those projects relatively closely and I do think they're all very cool. Another Kickstarter which has been going on lately, I'm sure both of you are aware of it, is the new Shantae Kickstarter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I guess this is news. Shantae Kickstarter has been doing pretty modestly, in a good way though. I think that some of its thunder has been stolen by Mighty Number 9.
Definitely. I feel like the same people that would be donating to Shantae, already
donated their spare Kickstarter money to Mighty Number 9 without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
So, that's not to say that, there's definitely been, loads of people saying, hey guys, you should check out, the Shantae Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. Including people in the Mighty Number 9 team. There was a picture that made me outrageously happy where both teams separately produced different pictures at the same time of Beck and Shantae high-fiving. Mm-hmm. That made me very happy to see that. And 13 days left to go on the Shantae Kickstarter. It's made $363,000.
It's gonna make its goal.
It's definitely gonna hit 45.
I really wish that it would hit its other stretch goals, because stretch goals seem interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the stretch goals seem really, really cool, and I like the way that the game is structured in like episodes. So each like little chapter of the game is its own story, which is why they're able to have like stretch goals that are just like, oh, it's just going to be another chapter within another new story. I really like that.
I also like how different the color scheme is for every episode too.
That too, yeah. All of the like art design, I'm really happy to see this game happening.
The art design is by people that me personally am really big fans of. Like, a lot of the backgrounds were done by GGDG, who drew Cucumber Quest, which is a really awesome, really funny webcomic. She doesn't like it when people bring it up, but she did.
She also did the Hi, I'm Daisy comics, but she doesn't like the thing that made her famous. But
no, I can understand. Like,
I can understand that she doesn't want to be that person. She doesn't want to be the person that made the Persona comics. Yeah, I can feel that, but
and then
also lead Skullgirls animator.
Yeah, Mario Cartwright. I'm not
That's
sure.
Right.
Did she just do? I think she did character design or just animation in general.
I think she was the animator.
All right,
we don't fact check here on the Choo Choo.
No, we don't.
Especially when we're gushing about things we're heavily invested in. We definitely don't fact check about things that we care about.
I'm too excited right now. I can't.
We're too hype about this Kickstarter. 13 days left on that. They'll definitely make their goal. I hope that they make their stretch goal, because, if Armakrog was able to make their stretch goals on, like, the very last day, and then some, Shantae will definitely pull through and still make a few stretch goals, I think.
Yeah, there's always that last couple day bonanza.
Like, Armakrog was, like, under halfway funded, and then it got to the last day and got so funded that it was able to reach its Wii U stretch goal. Mm-hmm. So, I think Shantae will do fine for itself. It's doing, even with the thunder being kind of taken away by Mighty Number 9, it's still doing really well for a Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. Because usually Kickstarters, like, start off destitute for most of their, like, entire lifespan, and then on the last, like, week or so, then they explode and get all their money.
Yeah.
And for Shantae to have made it this far, all things considered, that's still pretty impressive. I really hope that, well, I know they're gonna make it, but I still have to say I really hope, fingers crossed they're gonna make it. Cause Shantae is one of my, like, favorite video game series because it's just so different and so happy. And it's exciting to see it finally come to the big screen. So I've noticed that Mike has been completely and utterly silent since John and I have been.
About any of this. I've just been checking my phone.
No, Mike, you gotta be nice. We want to have, like, indie guests on our show.
This all sounds good, but, like, I'm not going to talk about something I have no idea about.
Alright, whatever.
Edumacate yourself or log off, Mike. Gosh.
You know what? Just log off, Mike. Fuck you.
Trying to make some friends here. Trying to make some friends here, and you're just throwing up the hand. Ice Queen.
God, I want to make so many friends. Let's be friends, guys. Video Game Choo Choo, official friend maker.
You guys should just use Twitter all the time. That's what I do.
Everybody, Octopus City Blues, Death Road to Canada, Shantae, Half Genie Hero, even Mighty Number 9, Hyperlight Drifter, last but not least. Any of you want to come on Video Game Choo Choo for an interview?
Come on, Choo Choo, we will
come on
give
down.
You friends.
Come on down, we'll give you a nice big armchair for y'all to sit in, you can talk about your game, and then you can stick around for the rest of the show and still be a part of it. We can be friends. Just ask Yacht Club Games. Just fit as many
So
names
we
as
will not be
can into that
reviewing
Twitter.
any of these games.
At all. Not. Ever.
No, not in the slightest. There will be no numbers attached to any of these.
We'll do the Kotaku thing and just have yes.
No, not even
Should
that.
You buy this game?
Yes.
Even
if we say
no, not even
nice
that. We'll say yeah.
Like, this is a video game. Here are the things. Anything more than that would be so fucking corrupt that we would be instantly arrested.
Yeah. It would be so corrupt for us to make friends with like the people working on things that we're excited for. That's why we can't review Shovel Knight at all.
We really can't review Shovel Knight, you guys.
As soon as they mail us as soon as they, like, give us our review copies and, like, give us, like, the king's treatment, we're just going to kill ourselves. The show will be over. In order to prevent our corruption from happening, we're going to blow out our fucking brains.
We're going to use the shovel that they send us in our press kit, and we're going to kill ourselves on it.
We're going to bury ourselves. We're going to commit Sudoku with the shovels and then bury ourselves with them.
Jesus
man.
fucking Christ. Is there anything news, anybody?
Okay, let's move on to news, everybody. Alright,
I haven't eaten.
You haven't eaten?
Is that news?
Yeah, alright, everybody, here's top story.
Mike is on a juice fast. He's on a hunger strike.
God, I fucking wish. No, I'm on the food in the cafeteria is mostly garbage strike.
That's like every school ever, so...
You know what, dude? You just gotta build up a tolerance to it. How do you think I got so fat going to high school and eating fucking, like, garbage cafeteria food? It's because I learned to love it, and people would give me their leftovers, and that's why I'm obese. That is why on that fucking fitness examination, I'm obese.
And then you had to sign something about how you're gonna change your ways for college?
I did, actually. I'm taking part of this, like, ridiculous, like, health course, and one of their things is, like, oh, you're 6'2", and you weigh, like, over 200 pounds? Guess what, fucker, you're obese. And I'm just like, I can look down and still see my dick, I'm fine. Video games, by the way.
So actually, I have something kind of related to that I've been doing. For my school, there's this thing called the first year residential experience, or FIRE for short.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Oh, you gotta learn about, like alcohol and about healthy relationships. This last one we did was about hookup culture and what constitutes hooking up. It took a fucking room full of brain geniuses to come up with the idea that the double standard exists. 50 fucking minutes to figure that out.
Oh no.
So, that's not it.
I like how it's called FIRE, and it's teaching you about, like, the dangers of alcohol and, like, hooking up and stuff.
Look, cause
like,
listen,
fire is the sensation you will feel if you don't follow our rules. Because of the gonorrhea and because you're fucking wasted.
You're going to, the alcohol is going to burn, and so will your balls. There you go.
So, we have to take quizzes online about healthy decision making, and then we have to watch videos and then write blogs about them.
Oh, do they show you slides of STDs?
No, not yet.
That's what my high school did for sex ed, was just nothing but slides of STDs. It was awful.
Ugh.
Just gonna wait 1 second while I pull up my blogs that I have written. They're really quite good. And,
ladies and gentlemen at home, you have not lived the American high school experience until you have had your parents sign a permission slip for you to go into class and look at pictures of just disgusting organic shapes. Do you want to see a disgusting, like, fucking... Do you want to see, like, this disgusting infected penis and also vagina? Get your parents to sign up. You're going to American high school.
Let's take it says I have to log in.
Oh, you can't see them?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna take this screenshot.
Oh, that's a shame. Just read. Read excerpts.
Okay, so
it's not like the people at home.
This is the one
we don't have show notes.
That's
so
true. In issue 85, volume 2 of Green Lantern, Green Arrow's sidekick Speedy is revealed to be on the heroin and Green Arrow kicked him out. This tension eventually resulted in an entire city being destroyed and Speedy's right arm being eaten by nanites, and then Flashpoint happened, so I guess none of this matters. In conclusion, don't underage drink or get mad at your friends when they do a drug for a minute, otherwise DC will reboot its entire universe.
What the fuck, Mike? That's brilliant!
Mike, did you get like a satisfactory grade on that? Because if you did, the professor did not read it.
No, they're run by our RAs, which is delightful. And this is the second one. This is the one for, healthy relationships. In one Green Lantern arc.
Are these all about fucking Green Lantern?
They're all about Green Lantern.
You really like Green Lantern, don't you, Mike?
No!
I have a healthy relationship with Green Lantern.
In one Green Lantern arc, Hal Jordan dated a girl who was 14. This is not only unhealthy because she was an alien, but also pedophilia, and then she died. But I wouldn't cite that as a way out of an unhealthy relationship. Faking your death probably works, I guess. Or you could talk to a friend and then help them leave the relationship and then fake your death, which is what happened in the comics, except with the Cyborg Superman and the Manhunter robots. And I wouldn't say those guys are quote-unquote friends of anyone, besides maybe Sinestro.
You're a fucking dweeb, dude. I feel like pantsing you right now.
I just looked on the Wikipedia page and just found the first things that came to mind.
Okay, so you
didn't even read the Green Lantern
history
comics.
of Green...
You just looked up, like, you saw on Wikipedia, Green Lantern fucked a 14-year-old alien once.
Do you even like Green Lantern, Mike?
No!
I'm sure Mike's like extent of the Green Lantern is like the Green Lantern on the Justice League cartoon.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Well, that's enough, but I'm just saying, like, why did you choose Green Lantern?
Like, I don't know, if you have to do this, at least have some fun with them.
He just threw the dart at the
like,
dart.
I would at
and
least
it landed on Green Lantern.
I would at least pick something that I like, though. You just went with some random ass thing you don't even like. Oh yeah,
Killer is
here we
dead.
go.
Mondo has open relationships with many women. He buys them many gifts, and then the screen fades to black, and he screams.
I'm pretty sure this isn't healthy because it sounds like he's hurting. He might be orgasming.
He's either having a really good time or a really bad time, and that's why you shouldn't have open relationships.
And then the best part of the story was when I got an official email from the person running the fire. And not the RA who was just actually doing the session, the person in charge.
Was it just the word stop?
Please, for God's sake. Okay, listen, you don't have to do this anymore. Just please stop.
May I take a shot at the dark and guess at what this was?
Okay.
This is one of those situations, which has happened to me numerous times before, where the person in authority comes down to you and said, you made me laugh, and I'm going to let you get away with this, but don't fucking do it ever again. Is that what happened? Because that has happened to me many times in the past.
Kind of. The exact wording was something like, I couldn't help but notice all your blogs were about Green Lantern. Well, while I appreciate them, they come across as sarcastic and negative.
So basically they just stepped down and said, your shit made me laugh like an idiot, and we're gonna let you get away with it, but don't do it ever again.
Pretty much, yeah.
I got that so many times back in high school, and it almost got me in a lot of trouble.
I'm doing the work though, and I'm arguably putting the most work into those blogs out of anyone at this school, which is the best part, if you ask me.
Oh god, yeah, I love that part of college, that aspect of college is that if you even put like a modicum of effort into anything, you instantly get an A, because you put more effort into than anybody else.
Oh man. This college is great and also the worst and simultaneously fucking awesome.
College is fucking awesome because, like, you spend your entire life, like, getting hyped up, like, in college you're gonna have to write in cursive all day, and it's gonna be so hard, and you're gonna spend countless hours researching your entire life, and then you get there and it's like, hey dude, write this paper and I'll give you an A because I'm not even gonna read that shit.
That's not quite how it is at my college. Like, there is some work, but it's interesting work. It's interesting work.
Like, you don't feel like an idiot, and you're treated, because you're paying to be there and you are an adult, you're treated like an adult there.
Like, for my journalism class, I have to do a lot of reading, but it's all super interesting, well-written reading. Like, it's fascinating. It's the kind of stuff I would read on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more than happy to do
College is great because most of the shit that you have to do there is completely and utterly voluntary. So you pick things that you want to do.
Yep.
Plus there's like websites like Rate My Professors now, so you don't have to get saddled with some awful professor that you know is going to be bad, because you pick them.
Exactly.
I love that. Like, if I had that back in high school, like, if I could have just gone to the office and said, no, I don't want to be with Miss whatever her name is. I've completely blocked her name out of my memory, but I am referring to someone in particular. And this is just a completely, other story for another day, but there was this one math teacher back in high school, and if you got her name on your schedule, you better believe that the front office was going to be filled with people specifically requesting to leave her class.
And you didn't get out?
I got out twice, and I had to take her twice, so, like, every single year I had signed up, and I was, like, the first person in line. Like, I want out of this person's class, and they would say, well, why would you want out of this person's class? Because she's a dumb bitch. And that's not being me and misogynist. She is both of those things separately and at the same time. God, I hated that woman so much, by the way. I don't know if you can tell.
We'll have to save that story for later.
I'm just gushing about how I love the fact that I can go on a website and see if this teacher is good and then pick that one.
Yep.
That is my favorite part about college.
Mm-hmm.
Video games.
Steambox.
Steambox is happening.
This is gonna happen. It's looking like that's what they're going to announce. Gabe Newell, sometime last week, talked about.
Or he's just going to announce a bunch of knives.
He's going to announce it, or he's going to brandish.
You want to give like even a little bit of context to people who might not know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Was it today, the 20th? That
it was either today or yesterday, where Valve Software announced that they were going to be announcing 3 big things next week.
Yeah.
And then today, a picture, like a web page went up on Steam that's called like Steam powered / something or another living room. Mm-hmm. And it's just a picture of like a green sun or a purple sun and like the words Steam is coming to the living room and then the 72-hour countdown. Mm-hmm. So as of 9:30 at like on September 20th, there's a 72-hour countdown. So, three big things coming out next week. By the time this episode comes out, you'll either be anticipating them or you'll know what they are already. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that consistency. Good work ethic, college boy.
Hey man, I actually have things to do now. It's like just sit around at 4 a.m. with a bunch of drunk people and one really high dude who insists that this picture of him in his high school newspaper is going to get him laid.
True.
God, that sounds like California.
Fun. Yeah. I envy your college life.
How about you the picture of like the dime bag of weed I just found?
That's what I was about to say. That was
the picture
really good.
of the dime bag of weed that was just on the ground.
It's still there. It's still fucking there.
Like nobody's picked it up.
No.
I guess everybody's too afraid to pick it up. Like either like a cop will bust out, they're like take it home and they'll smoke it and then they'll die.
Yeah, that must be some fucked up
like,
weed, yeah.
It'll be like the kind of shit that you smoke and then you can't move for the rest of like the week. They don't want it, nobody wants to fuck with floor weed. Outside ground weed.
Yeah, that's what we call it, the ground weed.
Well,
if you guys want to transfer, I'll put in a good word for you.
Gradually moving back to video games. Valve has announced that they're going to be doing something related to putting out a console for people to buy so you can play your Steam games in the living room that's going to be Linux-based. Oh. And that's all we know. That's the news. It's that something's happening.
Yeah, Valve saying that they're going to do something. That's news now.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 things that they announced next week. Three things, not a thing with the number 3 in it.
Yeah, god damn.
If there is something with the number 3 in it, it's probably going to be like Dota 3 or Left 4 Dead 3.
I want it to be Left 4 Dead 3.
We know that from a leaked like thing at Valve,
I know.
We know that there is a Left 4 Dead 3 in development to some extent. And I think that maybe Left 4 Dead is a big enough name in like houses, like general gamer houses, to see, Left 4 Dead 3's coming out. Oh, it's gonna be exclusive to this console. I want to play that. I liked that game. Maybe they can sell Left 4 Dead 3 on a new console with brand recognition. I don't know.
You know what I'm really looking forward to?
The
end of the Valve can't count to 3 jokes. That must die.
Nope.
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
No, cause then they're just going to...
1, 2.
They're just going to announce Left 4 Dead 4, and then that's it.
No, it'll be like Left 4 Dead 2 Episode 1 or some shit.
No, it'll be Left 4 Dead 4 because it's like, there's 4 people in your squad. Why didn't we think of this before?
It would just be Left 4 Dead.
It'll be like...
Dead.
It'll be the gritty reboot of Left 4 Dead, but you can't really have a lowercase 4. So, I don't know how that'll work. It'll be lowercase L for lowercase d.
Would it be like LFD?
Sure. Why not?
Left for me.
Alice the Zombies Killer.
Less for me, less for dead. Fed for
Jesus fucking
dread.
Christ, this podcast is awful.
I don't know why we still do it. So, continuing on with the news, Tokyo Game Show happened.
Vita TV.
That was nothing.
Nothing happened.
We talked about Vita TV last week, didn't we?
No.
Maybe, I wasn't there.
No.
I could have sworn we
It wasn't even
I'm
announced.
pretty sure you guys talked about the Vita TV last week. It's been out for about at least a week.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Vita
Either way.
TV is the thing where it's a Vita without a screen that you can plug into your TV. It looks really neat. So official Sony representatives recently announced that they were astonished that there's such a positive response coming from the West for the Vita TV. And they said that outright that, the Vita TV was conceived as kind of getting a cornerstone on the market in Japan for a streaming box, because in the rest of the world there's already options for that, but nobody in Japan is making that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So that's the only reason that they made it, and that they're astonished to see that, wow, there's a lot of response from the West, people saying that this is really cool, so maybe we'll bring it.
Maybe?
Well, knowing Sony's track record with regions and importing, you could probably import one of those and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
But you won't have to, because maybe.
I bet you anything we see that next year. It's going to be in a bundle with the PS4 or a Vita.
Why would they bundle it? No, they wouldn't bundle it with the PS4. The Vita TV's whole appeal is that it's $90-something.
Listen, I could see them bundling it with the PS4 just because there's this whole thing going on where they're setting it up so you can stream PS4 throughout the house.
Maybe.
So
okay,
I don't think it's going to be just the bundle. I think they're going to offer a bundle for
they're going to offer a bundle. Yeah, I hope that they offer like a regular PS4 and regular Vita bundle though.
You'll get the LED Vita though.
Yeah.
That's another piece of news that they announced that there's going to be an LED Vita and that it's going to be like slightly smaller and slightly cheaper and everything's all, new.
It's not even slightly cheaper. It's the same price. They didn't cut the...
Is it?
Yeah, no.
Oh, well get an OLED Vita while you can, folks. Because the screen on that shit's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta get my hands on one.
Do you want your screen to look fucking fabulous or do you want like 2 extra hours of battery life? I'd say I want my screen to look fabulous. I heard that OLED screens don't last long and that their pixels die out faster. So
whatever, you're not going to be using your Vita in 5 years.
Yeah, but then I saw that one picture where a guy held out his Vita next to like the test one that they had out on the show floor. And it was just like the new Vita looked so bad. I was just like, oh, I can't. I gotta get an OLED one while I can.
See if you can get one of those Assassin's Creed ones. The white just looks real good.
Okay, this is just a general question. What happened to white handhelds? Like the DS was fucking great. It was a glossy white and fingerprints didn't show up on it.
Uh-huh.
Now they have the 3DS, which the original model 3DS, piano black, fingerprints all over the place. Yeah. You want a 3DS XL? You don't even get the black option. You get red or blue or pink. Why can't I just get a white one? White's a nice color that doesn't show fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
But then they know it's mine.
I can like put stickers on it. I don't know. Fuck. Well, that's my contribution to the podcast.
The Assassin's Creed Liberation Vita bundle is entirely too much money. Do not get that.
Yeah. But and it's like then you would have to own Assassin's Creed Liberation.
It's mediocre. Like when that was the price of the Vita and you were just getting this really sweet color and then this game for free, that was a rad deal.
Mm-hmm.
But that game is a spin-off to 3 and 3's not a good game. So how could that game be any good? It's not free. It's $100 more than a regular one.
When it came out.
Yeah.
When I got it. When it came out.
Sure.
I wonder if they have any of those The Walking Dead Vita bundles.
Maybe. What color is that one? Black?
Yeah, just black.
I would even take matte black.
Yeah,
it's always piano black.
They have the $200 Walking Dead Vita bundle.
But it's not matte black.
Consoles. Video games.
Consoles. Yeah. Well, that is video games, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just arguing about the aesthetics of a console and how I hate my fucking fingers because I don't need to be reminded how greasy my Burger King chicken fry fingers are.
Yeah, they were already sliding down your gullet. You don't need.
I don't
other
need
things
to.
sliding.
I don't need to be reminded that I had like chicken fries a week ago by looking at my matte black like controller.
Where the fuck did you find the chicken fries? Are they back?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm only fantasizing about having chicken fries. I fucking loved those things.
Oh, now you're depressing me.
You know, you can get Burger King delivered here.
I'm sorry I teased you. Also, I'm sure that goes over well with the stoners. I bet that's why they have that service in California.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, I mused about this earlier in the week. How it's very hard to it's very hard to make good choices while eating when you can just call someone and they'll bring you a pizza.
Yeah.
Imagine my life if my area had delivery Burger King. I don't even like Burger King and I'd probably order that shit like weekly.
It's really expensive though.
Oh, I bet it's like $30 to get like a burger.
Yeah, that's like $3 for a double cheeseburger. A good regular double cheeseburger.
Like, after delivery, I bet you've spent over $20.
Yeah, you spent way too much. Like, it would just be better just find a friend and say, hey, you want to get some Burger King? Or you could just literally walk to the Jack in the Box.
And at that point, when you go up to a friend and you say, hey, do you want to get some Burger King? That friend should slap you and say, fuck no, Burger King is disgusting. I would only eat Burger King if they would drive it to my door. If Burger King is willing to, like, drive it up to my door, I'll suffer the slop because I didn't have to get out of my chair.
And then it's just some kind of, like, insane chain where it's like, yeah, okay, now we're all going to order Burger King.
Yeah, that's what happened the one time I ordered it, but they also got lost and I had to go all the way down to Lower Campus at the literal entrance of the college and then pay for it there.
God.
And then I had them drive me back up to my dorm. Domino's, though, they know where I am.
That's good.
That's fantastic.
They know their way around.
Oh god, you just reminded me of like a little bit of a story where every time I order pizza from this local pizza place, it's called Marco's, there's an argument over the phone. Because I live just outside of their delivery range, but technically still within it. Like, I can't use their website to order it because their website doesn't recognize where I live. But it's still on the street where they draw their line.
Oh, man. They must hate you.
No, because every time I call them, it's like, hi, welcome to, thank you for calling Marcos, what can I get you? And then I give them my order. It's like, okay, what's your address? I give them my address, and then they type it in the computer. It's like, hold on a second. And then, like, you hear him put down the phone and say, hey, can you come over here? Can you come over here and override this for me? Why do you need me to override it? Because this guy lives on Salem Road, it's fine. No. He don't live inside the range. You can't deliver him to him. No, we deliver there all the time. And then it's like, come over here, Ahmed. Ahmed is like the guy that owns the place, right? So, Ahmed, we deliver here, right? Yes, we deliver there all the time. It is fine. Okay, I put in the code. And then it's like, I cannot believe it. Put it in the computer if we deliver there. Look. Every time I call there, it's like that. So, it is a treat to order from Marcos. I order there way too much just for that experience, and I'm pretty sure they hate me at this point. Because that happens every time I call them. It's beautiful.
That sounds like a blast.
So, we don't talk about video games on this fucking show.
So, you want to get to the questions, guys?
No, I want to talk about anime.
Yeah, we need to talk about anime real quick.
Okay.
I'll let John start off so I don't feel like the big anime hog. John, what anime have you been watching lately?
I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's very good. I have that downloaded. I've been trying to watch it on my PS3. Yes, legally. I've been trying to watch the torrents that I took of it, that I downloaded of it on my PS3, but they aren't encoded properly, so they don't stream well.
I'm really liking JoJo. It's very colorful. It's very stylistic. It's
different and it's
very
fun.
different and very fun. And I enjoy the hell out of it. It's
love
pretty
it.
funny. Yeah.
It's a great show.
I want to hang out with Speedwagon, you know?
You should have seen my face though. When the character walked on the screen and said, my name is Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
That's every character, though.
That is every character. I love it.
Like, I wanted to die when there's a character that walks in and they're like, hello, my name is Dyer. And I'm like, what is this? And then they're like, this is my partner, Straits.
love that stupid show so much. At first I was like, when when Dio showed up, and I was like,
Dio Brando.
I know Dio. Dio, he died recently. That's a shame. And then Robert E.O. Speedwagon walked on. The Scourge of London, Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
And then Dire and Straits
show up. And then
they show up with their master, Tom Petty.
And then there's a character later who I know is named Vanilla Ice.
He's a minor villain.
A minor villain named Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
And the ending credit song is a song by
It's
Yes.
Roundabout. Yeah, no, the best thing is that's one of my friends' favorite songs. So he would play that all the time, and then when the credits came on, I was like, what?
It was like, what? Wait, I've heard this before. It was hilarious.
It's super cool. I love that show. And that segues really quick into some news that they're bringing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle to the US.
Woo!
Holy shit.
JoJo All-Star Battle Adventure, whatever the fuck it's called, is coming to the US for some reason. I imagine it's for the same reason that Hatsune Miku Project Diva F was also brought to the United States. Which would be, why not?
Yeah, woo!
Hey, this'll sell 10,000 copies. Let's make it let's just do it. Why not?
It doesn't look like they're putting too much into it, because it's, from what I can tell, they're just subbing it and changing the menus.
I can appreciate that.
I can appreciate.
I wish that would happen more often, where they would just say, okay, we know that the only people in the world that are going to be buying this game are grotesque weeaboos. Let's just make the menus in English for the ones that don't read Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And as one of those men, I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that they did with Project Diva F. So, I played the demo to that. I haven't bought it yet.
Good enough for me.
Good enough for me. So, Mike, have you been watching any anime lately?
What the fuck do you think?
Yes?
Does Breaking Bad count as an anime?
Yes,
no.
Yes, it does.
No, Walt is not kawaii enough.
Jesse is, though.
Jesse's hella kawaii.
Sorry.
Jesse is pretty kawaii.
Okay. So...
Steven, why don't you watch Breaking Bad?
I should, but I don't have TV, and I'm far too lazy to, seek it out.
Do you not have Netflix?
I do have Netflix. Is it, all on Netflix?
It's pretty much all on Netflix.
All of it except for, the newest episodes, yeah.
8 episodes are the only ones that aren't on Netflix.
I'll watch it. I think, the main barrier for me watching that show is that each episode is an hour long.
Mm.
And I have trouble, watching, animes that are, 22 minutes long each episode. So, I don't know. There's multiple seasons of a show which, each episode is an hour long. I think about that and it's that sounds pretty daunting. How about I just watch Inferno Cop instead? So, in order to talk about the animes that I've been watching, I've been watching Attack on Titan. Really good show. You can put that in the tags now. Steven talks about Attack on Titan.
Yeah, there we go. We can get all those Attack on Titan fans,
A lot of people I've been following are saying oh, Attack on Titan dropped the ball, and I know, John, you're one of the people.
Yeah. We should have this discussion.
I'm just gonna mute my mic.
I don't get it. Why do you think Attack on Titan has dropped the ball?
Okay. Alright, it's I kinda wanna get back into it, because I feel like it dropped the ball on the first arc, the Trost arc just kind of got boring. But from what I'm hearing now, that it's become more of an ensemble show, and it's less about Eren and more about just everyone working together, I feel like that works a lot better. Because Eren, in my opinion, Eren is the worst character on that show.
I like him, so I don't have any trouble with Eren.
Okay, he's the worst character on that show because he was the main character.
Characterized, I think.
Yeah.
He doesn't get his fair share of time. I think
if he became more of just part of the ensemble, I would hate him a lot less.
For all of the screen time that Eren gets, he still doesn't feel like he gets to do much.
Yeah,
and he does get more. He gets more screen time and characterization past the Trost arc, but. Mm-hmm. It still feels like he's taking more of a backseat to characters like Mikasa and Armin. Armin's a really weird name, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where the fuck that one came from. Like, you can say Eren Yeager, and it sounds fine. And you can kind of say Mikasa, and it's like, oh, I'm just saying that wrong because I'm English. But then Armin is like, not even a name. Aruminu. That's not a name that's like meant to be pronounced out loud, I think. Like, Levi. Levi's a name.
And then everyone spells it Riviel.
Yeah, they spell it like...
fucking weeaboos. Okay,
they spell it like Revi. Like R-E-V-A-L-L-I-E. Like, they went all French with it.
Okay, here.
Levi.
Yeah, here's something
Levi's
else
a name.
Here's something else that pisses me off. The people that are so hung up on calling it Shingeki no Kyojin.
Oh god, I know.
There is a fucking translated name for it. Like, it's like...
The name means Attack on Titan.
Just say it in English, you fucking weeaboos. Jesus.
That's like beyond weeaboo. That's just like hipster shit at this point.
Yeah.
That's like a sense of superiority. It's like, oh, I read the manga. That's why I call him Revi. It's like, no, you call him Revi because it was a manga and you didn't have like, you weren't able to hear the way it's supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah.
So you just went with Revi because you're fucking stupid. But then you can hear people say it out loud and, oh, it's Levi. Mm-hmm. There you go. What's the trouble? Like, there's characters named, I don't know. The names in that show are a source of entertainment in and of themselves, though. To hear the heavily accented Japanese people saying names like Berthold Hoover and Eren Yeager.
Eren
Yeager. And I didn't even know that, like, the first lyrics in the song were German until I, like, read the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And I still can't hear that German in, like, the mishmash of shit that they say in, like, the very beginning of it. I still can't I can't pick out the words.
I'm remembering when Mike made me sing that song. That was
actually one of the first things that I thought of, though. When I read those lyrics and I was like, I remember John saying that, and I don't remember those in the song at all. And then, then I listened to the song, and that little bit at the beginning where it's like, that's like supposed to be two separate sentences.
Yeah, they make it one sentence. That's really weird.
They make it one sentence because the people singing it don't know the words. They don't know what the words mean, so they just kind of sang the syllables really fast.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's another thing that I love about the Japanese language is when they mangle other languages.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about just reading the manga though, because
I read ahead in the manga.
My big complaint about, other than just how I didn't really like how they're characterizing the main characters during the Trost arc, I also just didn't like how they were taking one chapter from the manga and that was an episode, because at the very least, during the Trost arc, there was a lot of fluff, kinda, where it was just like, okay, we need to have this 3 or 4 minute long scene of this guy standing there going, I'm scared. I'm never gonna see my family again.
See,
and it's
I think that they handled I think that Attack on Titan handles the fluff really well, though.
I don't know, like, cause at first, that was kind of powerful, where it was like, okay, yeah, each of these characters, like, all of these little people have families, and they're fucked constantly. Yeah. But then as it kept going, it was like, okay, yeah, I know, everyone's gonna get eaten, alright, you know.
You see that, though, is that when I watched Attack on Titan for the first time, I had watched it, like, up until, like, the end of the Trost arc. And I watched it all in one sitting because I thought it was so good.
Yeah, I did something similar to that, but then once I started watching one episode a week, that's when I started getting sick of it.
You see, when I started doing that, I started watching like an episode a week, and then I would like just download the episode and then not watch it. And then I would watch like 3 episode spurts of it, and then it would be good again. Mm-hmm. So, that's, I don't know. That's kind of what I've been doing with Attack on Titan, is just like forgetting it for a couple of weeks and then watching like the next few episodes on the PS3 and then forgetting on it and then watching the next few. Yeah. That show looks really good on an HDTV, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I would
sitting back on like a sofa and watching that on a TV. It's not even a big TV. It's just like a regular sized flat screen.
Yeah.
And it looks really nice. And, John, I don't know if you've watched this, but recently I also watched, Puella Magi Madoka Magica, which to my understanding means absolutely fucking nothing. No,
I haven't watched it, but I have a lot of friends that are into it.
It's very good, and Mike, you expressed some modicum of interest earlier in it.
Yeah, no one shuts the fuck up about it.
It's really good, and I was surprised to see that it was only 12 episodes long. And I guess, like, the back of the box sort of pitch for it would be a realistic take on the scenario of what if there really was, like, this life-threatening menace and the only people on the planet that could take care of it are 13-year-old girls with magic powers? Like, it kind of takes that issue. It's like these basically children that don't really know how to handle mature situations like this kind of thrown into this life or death situation. It's a lot like Attack on Titan and Evangelion in a way.
A lot of people compare it to Evangelion, and
like the first half of Evangelion, though, because Evangelion sort of asked the question at first, like, what if there really was a scenario where there was this there were monsters, and the only people that could stop it were like teenagers that could only pilot the giant robots for some reason. The emotional breakdowns were a part of the fact that they were so young and they were thrust into this bad situation.
I feel like comparing it to the first half of Eva is fair, but the second half of Eva
second half of Eva, not even a little bit.
Yeah, like, not even.
There's one thing that Madoka does, it's that it manages to keep its head on, at the very least, because Evangelion got a little fucking crazy.
Well, knowing why that happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy making Evangelion was chronically depressed.
Yeah.
And, like, wanted to kill himself. So, nobody wanted to kill themselves in the production of Madoka. And, Madoka is a really interesting story, and I'm sure it would resonate more with someone that actually watched, like, Sailor Moon as a kid. But even as someone that didn't, it was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And, like, the first couple of episodes are kind of hard to watch because they play the magical girl like, oh, this is Sailor Moon, these are all kids going to the school and they're gonna be superheroes. They play that surprisingly straightly and only kind of show, like, this off-kilter kind of thing about it with the way that the monsters actually look.
Yeah.
And that's one really cool aspect of the show that I absolutely love, is that the monster of the week, I guess you could call them, the witches in the show, all have this really, like, unique art style that kind of looks like patchwork almost.
Yeah, I've seen the art direction.
The art direction in that show is spectacular.
Cool. Yeah.
And the action scenes in the show are just fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of those shows where you sit down and you watch it and it's like, I want a game of that. I want to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, I want a game where I can be in that amazing art direction setting and I can do all of the awesome things that this magical little girl in a frilly dress is doing right now. Mm-hmm. So, I really, really liked that show, from beginning to end. It's only 12 episodes.
Right.
Surprisingly entertaining, given that I was not the person that watched Sailor Moon as a kid. Uh-huh. So, very highly recommend that show, if you're into deconstructions at all, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I think you would enjoy it, maybe, because you seem to like deconstructions.
No, yeah, I love that shit. Speaking of deconstructions, I'm really sad you didn't like Your Next.
Yeah, okay, I guess we're just moving on to just general media, which is fine. I watched Your Next in theaters a couple of days ago, and this was heavily at Mike's behest.
Yeah.
Behest is the right word?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Recommendation.
Mike's heavy recommendation. He said, dude, Steven, you love this kind of stuff. You'll love Your Next. It's a deconstruction of the horror movie genre.
I would say it's more of like the home invasion.
The home invasion kind of like slasher flicks.
Yeah,
like someone's in the house and someone's gonna get you. It's that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like the kind of real horror.
If you've seen the trailer, that's the kind of movie it's deconstructing.
And I thought I could see what it was doing. It was very dry. A lot of the scenes were very human and it was pretty funny at times. But as a whole, it just didn't resonate with me that much. Like, I don't feel like it's subverted enough. And when Mike said that it was like, oh, it's hilarious, it's like Home Alone, I was expecting I don't know what I was expecting, something a bit more slapstick?
I used the Home Alone comparison in like, they're fighting back with improvised stuff.
And I liked that aspect of it, but I guess I just kind of went in with the wrong kind of expectation for that.
I think that could be it.
Maybe. I'm not saying that the movie was bad, but
It didn't work for you for some reason?
It didn't work for me. I think while it did subvert a lot of things, it also played the whole scenario a little too straightly for
the first half is, kind of like what Steven was saying with Madoka, in that the first half is just the slasher movie.
Yeah.
And then it starts,
and it's like with Madoka. With Madoka, it was the first 2 episodes of a 12-episode show. So you've got 10 more episodes to get that out of the way. And with Your Next, it kind of spent way more than a little too much time in the playing it straight phase before it got into the whole, there's more to this, it's a deconstruction phase. Plus, I felt that the way that the movie ended, and not very specifically like what happened in the ending, but rather the way that the movie ended, was a little too straight. Like, what the movie does differently, I suppose I should clarify, is that in this gaggle of people that are being hunted by the masked killers, there is one person that attended a survival training camp.
Yeah, like they have this super competent badass on their side.
Basically, if you've ever seen First Blood, she's doing that shit.
Yeah.
She's like making traps, and like she's taking apart the house and like nailing wood so the criminals will step on it, and all sorts of stuff like that. But then everybody still dies anyway.
I think that was fair because, like, I didn't really give a shit about any of the other characters besides her.
Well, that was it though, is that some of the other characters were actually pretty good, and then they just kind of died.
But at least you felt something when they died.
I felt something when they died, but then the characters that did live, I didn't feel anything for. Like, the whole character with, like, the brother and his girlfriend, I didn't like. The killers, when they started, like, pulling off the masks and being actual characters, I felt like they could have done more with the killers with their masks off as characters, but they didn't really go as far as they could have.
There were a couple things with that, like with the earphones. And then, think the brother and his girlfriend were also pretty good characters.
They had hints of, like, it didn't get up to the potential, like, I saw potential being wasted in that movie. Like, there was a lot of stuff where they could have gone, like, more in this direction, and then they just didn't. Like, I don't want to spoil the movie too much.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil the movie, like, I don't want to say, like, oh, this is what happens, this is what makes it different. I can't recommend the movie, but that's why Mike is here, to present a conflicting opinion, because you fucking loved the movie.
I did. I think this one's a lot more subjective, though, because it really does this work for you? It plays a lot off your expectations.
Because I really like really dry stuff, and this movie was really dry. It's just, none of it hit. Nothing really hit for me.
That's a shame. I thought you of all people would have really liked it. I think we need to get John to see it.
Oh no.
Maybe. Yeah, get a third opinion. Well, it's a bit like how when I watched Pacific Rim, I really liked it, but then I like a lot of people really like Pacific Rim, and I liked Pacific Rim, but when I was watching Pacific Rim, it's like, this could be so much better than it is right now. Because with Pacific Rim, it's like all of the stuff outside of the robots was fucking boring, and the stuff inside the robots was spectacular, but it, in my opinion, didn't show enough. Like, what they did show in Pacific Rim was great, but I wish they had pulled the camera back a bit more, and I wish there was, like, more attacks with names. Like, I wish they had gone a little bit more wacky with it.
Okay. I could see that with Pacific Rim.
Like, with Pacific Rim, like, that movie would have been so much better if, like, when Gypsy Danger pulled out, like, its sword, that sword had a name, and they said the name really loud, and then they did a pose, and then the sword came out. Like, that's one of the reasons, like, I eat that kind of shit up. That's why I love, like, Kamen Rider and like, Super Sentai shows, and Ultraman.
And occasionally some of the Power Ranger shows.
Occasionally Power Rangers. Like, I'll pick Super Sentai over Power Rangers any day, but I'll still watch Power Rangers sometime because it's still fun. It's cornball. And I felt that Pacific Rim could have done with a dose of cornball.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it does also play a lot off of expectations as well.
Yeah.
Like what you're looking for in that kind of thing. Like, I was just looking for not Transformers.
And it was not Transformers very spectacularly. It managed to prove what Michael Bay said, like, in 2007, like, oh, you could never have a giant robot with just, like, smooth panels. That would look stupid. They proved that wrong. Like, my favorite robot in the movie is Cherno Alpha, and that robot is nothing but squares.
Yeah, that's
that
a really
robot's
cool
great.
design.
And also, Rip Cherno, Rip Crimson Typhoon. That was another thing that I felt was a bit wasted, was they spent too much time on Gypsy Danger, who is very boring compared to the other robots in the movie. Even compared to, like, Striker Eureka. Striker Eureka was great, and Coyote Tango was in the movie for, like, a second, and it was way cooler than Gypsy Danger. And, what was the name of, like,
I think that was
Japanese
kind of the point, though. Like, they wanted the quote-unquote everyman robot. Something a little bit more
I understand that they wanted the everyman robot, like the one that everybody's, the central focus of the movie is going to be more of a blank slate, but it was still boring. Gypsy Danger was boring compared to the other robots.
Every robot in that movie is way cooler than most of the shit you see today.
Oh, absolutely. Every robot in that movie was great, and Gypsy Danger is awesome, and I love that he's like a giant football player robot. But compared to, like, Tacit Ronin, who wasn't even in the movie. Tacit Ronin wasn't even in the movie, and Tacit Ronin is like 5 times fucking cooler just because it has like chicken legs and like giant swords for arms.
Mm-hmm. So it's like Whirl.
Yeah, he looks like Whirl.
Oh shit, that does sound kind of awesome.
Tacit Ronin looks like Whirl, and fucking Striker Eureka looked like a giant shark.
Oh,
like it looked like a shark robot.
I like Pacific Rim a lot.
I loved the designs in Pacific Rim, and I wish it had gone more Saturday morning cartoon, and from what I've heard about the sequel, it might go a bit more that direction.
Cool.
They're gonna have Matador Fury in the next one, and that one's supposedly like a gigantic robot from Mexico, whose name is Matador Fury.
Sweet.
So I guess before we go into questions, I'm just gonna say generally you should see your next. You should at least give it a shot.
Sure.
Because even though Steven didn't like it,
I'm willing to admit that there's something there.
Yeah, it's just...
I did not appreciate what was there, but Mike really liked it, so there is an audience for it. I just wasn't it.
Yeah, you might be the audience. It depends entirely on your expectations.
Sure. I gave it a shot. I didn't like it, but I can see why Mike liked it. Because he has shit taste. What? I didn't say anything.
That part where she kicks him in the nuts was pretty great.
That was pretty great. Like, I think that one big boon to the movie is that the lady character, the Australian lady whose name I can't even remember because I don't give a shit. She does a lot of the things that, like, you hear screamed out in the theater when you're watching some other movie. That's... Like, ooh, you better kick Jason in the nuts, why ain't you kicking him in the nuts? And she does that. Like,
that's who I would say this movie is for. If you are the kind that yells out things during the movie, like, why aren't you doing that, you stupid idiot, then this is the person who does the thing.
I think maybe if I had given that movie, like, a shot on opening night in a packed theater, I would have liked it more.
Yeah. Like, did you go in an empty screening?
It wasn't empty, but it was full of whiteys, and it was, like, half empty. So, it wasn't that great. It was, like, full of, like, mini U's, Mike. But even if I had not seen even if I hadn't seen, like, The Conjuring in a packed theater, that was still a really good movie.
Yeah.
And because I didn't see Your Next in a packed theater, I think I missed something. Mm-hmm. But I think that does speak a bit to the quality of the movie, in my opinion, that if you don't see it in a packed theater, you probably won't enjoy it as much as Mike.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Like, Mike, did you see it in a packed theater?
No, there were like 3 other people in the theater with me.
Well, there goes my point. Sorry, I'm gonna kill myself now.
Although I think like that movie is probably at its best when you're seeing it with a bunch of friends who all are like in the same mindset. But I guess that's true of any movie.
True. Yeah, anything is fun with friends.
But I still recommend Your Next. Steve, if you're like Steven, you might not like it. If you're like me, you might like it. And if you're like John, then you just sit at home and jerk off. So.
No, I don't jerk off, I cry.
While jerking off.
I jerk off, Mike. No, Mike. I jerk off. John cries. You have a social life.
Apparently. I just got one recently. Fucking weird.
How is it?
It's alright. It's alright. Like, my phone has other uses now, and as opposed to being a Twitter machine, it's now also a, hey, where are you guys machine.
I couldn't stand that. I hate it when my phone goes off.
You just need to have awesome ringtones.
What were we gonna oh yeah, questions.
Yeah, questions. John, bring up the Tumblr questions.
Questions. Let's take a look at questions.
It's letter time.
Questions.
We just got a question.
Our first question is from an anonymous Tumblr user who asks, is this episode going to actually be about video games?
Largely, no.
Oh, this podcast is awful.
Our next question is from Tumblr user PSI Kick. Thank you, Chris. It's less a question and more just a retort to last week's episode where we talked about Sam Fisher and we said that he doesn't have any good lines. He says, what do you mean there aren't any good Sam Fisher lines? How about when the guy who used to be his friend is like, come on Sam, you wouldn't shoot an old friend, and then Sam Fisher electrocutes him to death and says, you're right, I wouldn't shoot an old friend.
That's pretty good. I'll give him that.
I don't get it. I'm not invested in the Splinter Cell series at all, so.
No, the joke was that he wouldn't shoot him, he electrocuted him.
Yes, I know. I know that was what the joke was.
That was the joke, Steven. Did you get the joke?
Oh my god.
No. Explain it to me in greater detail, Mike.
So he says he wouldn't shoot a friend.
No. Give me 2-page paper double-spaced. Better paper should be longer. Actual words from my professor. I turned them in a 2-page long paper, got 100 on it. They said it was fabulous.
Damn.
Good for you, Steven.
So, underachievers, achieve.
Achieve to dream.
But then are overachievers underachievers?
Yes.
Next question.
The next question is from Nintendo Fun Club. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
He asks, what has been shown at TGS so far that's got your interest most piqued?
Deep Down.
The Last Guardian.
I'm interested in, Metal Gear Solid 5, obviously. What they showed that was really great.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see more from Grasshopper's new game, Lily Bergamo, because it's got a lady as the main character, and I want to see where that goes.
Yeah, that looks like it could be pretty cool, and even though a lot of people say Killer is Dead is bad, they're wrong. Killer is Dead is really good, and if Lily Bergamo is just as good or better than Killer 7, or Killer is Dead, Killer is Dead, is a plus in my book. I'll be checking it out.
Oh,
and like John said, MGS5 looked really cool. I don't know how I feel about guards not, going into alert when they see you anymore. Instead, it does, that slowdown thing where, the camera aims at the guard for you when he notices you, and it goes into slow motion so you have the opportunity to shoot him. Don't know how I feel about that, but the game still looks really good. And
I could see, a hard mode not having that.
Yeah, maybe. So, I don't know.
We forgot to talk about Campo Santo.
What?
The Walking Dead, Mark of the Ninja guys teaming up to make their own company.
Oh, right. Yeah, that happened.
That makes me really worried about Walking Dead Season 2.
I feel really weird about that entire thing. I don't know what's going on with any of that.
Yeah, what's the name of that, Mark of the Wolf or something? What is that?
Mark of the
Mark
Ninja?
Of the Ninja.
No. The Wolf
The Wolf
game.
Among Us.
Wolf Among Us, that's right. That makes me worried about that, too. Walking Dead Season 2 and Wolf Among Us.
Well, I don't know,
what's gonna happen now that all the good guys left?
The Walking Dead was these two guys making a thing. They were in charge of it. I don't mean to downplay the work of everyone else who worked on it, but if you make an E.T. sequel without Steven Spielberg, you're gonna lose something.
Right. So, maybe it'll be like Yacht Club and Way Forward.
That was the exact analogy I made earlier. I really hope it works out like that.
Yeah, Way Forward is still really good. And they've proven that. So, Yacht Club and Way Forward, their split was fine. Mm-hmm. Fucking guys at fucking Telltale, I don't know, man. I'm worried. Because those are a lot of the names that, actually...
It's just the
really
two guys.
Important names.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Way Forward...
Nick Herman is still at that company. He's pretty good.
With Way Forward... A lot of big names left for Yacht Club, but at the same time, a lot of big names are still there, though. Mm-hmm. So, I'm worried.
We'll see.
We'll have to, the 400 days is the reason I'm worried.
Mm-hmm.
400 days wasn't as good as the rest of it. I don't know.
What's the next question?
Our next question is from Tumblr user BenFolds1. Thank you.
Thank you.
This question is... What is your guys' favorite console startup sounds?
Ooh.
The GameCube.
Ooh, you're gonna have to give me a second to think about that one. I really like the PS2's startup sound. The GameCube is also really good.
I have a really weird choice for mine. I mean, it's not really a weird choice, it's just the story behind it. My favorite is the PS1 startup sound.
Okay.
But it's because when I was really little, I would imagine because it starts off with like this, and then it goes, so what I imagined it being was like was like it powering up, but then for some reason I imagined like the sparkly sound to be like this magic thing that was like teleporting the characters and the game into the PS1 and just like creating the world.
That's really cute, John.
Were you a fucking idiot when you were a kid?
No,
he had imagination. He had the spark that he hadn't lost his spark of happiness yet.
Not until we beat it out of him.
Like I didn't think that was actually happening, but that just like made me think about that. You know, I was like, man, that's cool.
You had your childlike wonder.
Yeah,
that's great. I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. This next question, this one was sent specifically to me, but I'm going to
always
share it
the best
with you
questions.
Guys. No, I'm gonna say it on here though because it's really good choo-choo conversation.
Okay.
Go for it.
Just sent by Tumblr user Inspector Weebert. He asks, which are more important as a game journalist, writing well or knowing video games?
Writing
video
well.
games. Oh.
Break the tie, John.
Okay.
It just happened.
Okay, let me think about my answer.
Because
okay.
here's my argument. You can learn about video games. There's only so much you can do if you're not a good writer.
Okay, allow me to retort. Being a good writer doesn't mean shit if you don't enjoy the games that you're writing about.
There's a distinction between enjoying and knowledge.
Yes, but allow me to give an example. Jim Sterling does not like Japanese action games. He reviews them a lot and gives them poor scores a lot.
Like when?
I can't think of anything right now, but I know that's one of the reasons why I've been mad at Jim Sterling in the past. I remember that he made me angry in the past because of that.
He said a thing you don't like. How dare he?
Yes. And because of that, I think that it is much more important to know the video games that you are writing about than it is to be a really good writer, because you can write a novel, but that does not mean shit if you don't know what you're writing about.
See, let's say I review a game from a genre I don't like. That review is going to be useful to people who don't like that genre. So they'll know whether it has crossover appeal or not.
But at the same time, that review will also be somewhat damaging if you negatively review a game, not because
really.
It's bad, but because you don't like that genre of games.
But all reviews are subjective.
But the point of a review is to say whether or not, in an objective manner, is this game enjoyable?
There is literally no way to do that. There's no way to do,
but the best way to be objective is to have the person that's reviewing the game enjoy the genre of game they are reviewing.
Not really.
Which is why I think
they'll be harsher to it.
Is that I would rather have someone that likes the genre being harsher on a game that is not good in that genre than for people that, like, I enjoy playing FPS games in Madden. I'm going to review Metal Gear Rising or Vengeance. Wow, this game is really stupid and hard and I don't get it, so it gets a 4 out of 10. I don't want that to happen, and that happens too often.
And then people who like Madden and Call of Duty will look at this and say, okay, this person likes the things I like. They don't like this. I probably won't like this. I won't buy it.
This goes into a problem that is with the game industry right now, and that is Metascore. And how much dependence game developers and game publishers put on Metascore. Which means that...
fucking stupid.
It's fucking stupid, but it is a problem. If a game that is really good for people that like that kind of game, if that game gets reviewed by someone that doesn't like that kind of genre of games, their low score, those people saying, I did not enjoy this game, gets incorporated into the Metascore, which is a fucking retarded system. Sorry, John.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Slapping the back of my hand right now, giving myself a spanking. And then that damages the game. Like,
that is
game publishers, game developers.
The problem of the writer. That should never be the problem of the writer.
But it can be solved. It is a solvable problem to an extent by having people that enjoy the games that they're playing reviewing the games.
If you care about the Metascore, you are out of your goddamn mind.
well, the people making the games and the people publishing the games and the people printing the games care about the Metascore. That's the problem.
Reboots. Clearly someone is out of their goddamn mind.
Mike, listen. The problem is that Metascores and Metacritic and all that factors into people getting paid.
That's the problem, yeah.
That is the problem.
But how is that a problem? How is that on the reviewer to solve the problem? Or the outlet? It's not.
Listen, that you're right, but that's just the reality that we face.
That is the reality of the problem, is that because reviewers review games that they are not good at, or that they don't enjoy, and then they give that negative review, that means that less of those games will probably be made because publishers and developers will look at these scores and say, this game did not make the Metascore expectations that we put forward, and this game did not sell Call of Duty numbers that we expected because we're fucking stupid. So we're not going to make this game anymore. This series is dead.
Outlets to solve, though. That's on the publishers.
Well, that's true.
Like,
but the reviewers are a part of it.
Shits. I have never played a Japanese action game in my life. So if I see this guy who likes the same things I love, no, not really, no.
Really? You've never played a Japanese action game? Okay. So, a Japanese console, fancy.
Yeah, there were
never played a Japanese action game on the Wii.
It's like if I go to this reviewer who has the same taste I do, and let's say they're reviewing Bayonetta, and they give it like a 7, which is a fine score. But then I will know there is probably some Venn diagram somewhere that says that there is a chance I may not like Bayonetta that much. I look to reviews for purchasing decisions because I do not have enough money to just go out and buy whatever. So if that went away, if they only had reviewers who knew these genres inside and out, then there would be none of them would be of any use to me. And I would just stop reading those reviews.
That's a problem, though, is that, and this goes back to Killer is Dead. Killer is Dead, when it came over to America, a lot of American reviewers gave it poor scores, and this goes back to the whole other thing where Japanese action games and stuff that you have to master doesn't gel well with American reviewers that have to review things in a weekend. A lot of people reviewed that game negatively. And then you got the people on Giant Bomb who, like, basically buy games based on reviews. Jeff Gerstmann's Tumblr page said, when was the last time Suda made a good game? And his answer was, I heard Killer 7 was pretty good. And, like, later he said, I'm not going to give Killer is Dead a chance because people say it's bad. And the reason that people are saying that it's bad is because the people reviewing the games, the people saying that it's bad, don't like those games in the first place.
Well, see, the difference with that, though, is
it ruins the public image of the game when people that don't like those kinds of games in the first place review the games.
Then people should actually read the fucking text.
They do read the text, and the text says that it's bad.
The text also probably says that they don't like that style of game. So then they know that reviews should not be of any use to them.
Like, when I bought Killer is Dead, the first thing that I said was, fuck the media, I'm buying this anyway. And then I had a really great time.
Excellent. And then when you review it, you can say in the first line of your review, I like this genre. Here is what I think. And then that'll be useful to the people who like that genre.
Yeah, but it just comes down to the fact that it's damaging to the game's reputation for the big numbers to say, no, this game's not good. And that is, I guess, not the fault of the reviewer, on the hands of the reviewer, that their words are being put out there and people are listening to their words. And their people are saying, well, this person said this game is bad, even though they don't like these kinds of games in the first place. I guess I'm not going to play this game because it's bad. I guess it's not their fault that their words are being listened to.
But if they like those games, and they read a review from someone who they know doesn't like those games, why are they listening to that person?
Because they're the only voices available to listen to, Mike.
Then they're not looking hard enough. I guarantee. It's the fucking internet. We have a podcast. Us. There are people who listen to it. We're out there. We're findable. If someone wants to hear how video games and Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, like, correlate, we're out there. We are a resource.
They don't correlate, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about here.
Well, aside from John, he doesn't like Transformers because he's a big dumb nerd.
So then John would not listen to WTF at TFW.
God, no.
He would go and listen to the anime podcast. He wouldn't go to WTF at TFW to listen about Skullgirl's opinions. Because that's not what that podcast is.
I wouldn't listen to either of those podcasts.
I'm gonna fucking, like, tie you to a chair and, like, Clockwork Orange your ears open force you to listen to WTF at TFW until you love it.
We should just buy him More Than Meets the Eye trade paperbacks.
No.
I have one in the other room. I could totally just, like, send that to him. It'd be there, like, tomorrow. He lives, like, in Florida.
Don't buy... Guys, if you're gonna buy me comics, you guys should be buying me Mega Man back issues that I need, because I have a fucking list.
I'll just, like, mail you porno.
We're literally never going to do that. I am... Okay, right now... I'm
never going to buy you... I will never buy you anything that you ask for.
Amazon.
If you want it, I'm not gonna buy it for you. Mike, are you literally buying him trade paperbacks right now?
Yeah.
They're like $20.
Yeah.
More than that. Okay.
No, they're actually like, the first volume's, $13.
Oh, nice. Buy him a copy of 999 while you're at it. No, you
said you were going to.
Buy him a physical copy of Virtue's Last Reward. Even though for the 3DS. You know, they actually,
for the Vita.
Little bit of news. Evidently the 3DS digital download version of Virtue's Last Reward got fixed recently, so it's not bad anymore. I don't know.
I just got the Vita version because I wanted things to look good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next question, John.
Alright, we got some more Tumblr questions that I didn't really see at first.
Good job.
We were on that one post thing. Alright, got another question from PSI Kick. It's an actual question. What video game characters would you want to have be your mom, dad, brother, sister, and cool uncle?
Mom, dad, brother, sister, cool uncle. Okay.
Yeah.
Travis Touchdown as the brother.
I was about to say the same thing, actually. Put us both down for Travis Touchdown as brothers.
Okay.
Who would be my anime Oni-chan? You see, this is
Mom
really hard to think
would be female
of, like,
shepherd. Dad
Sure.
would be Lee. Sister would be Clem.
There you go.
Cool uncle would be Shovel Knight.
You fucker. That's my guy. You can't name Shovel Knight. He's mine.
Okay, fine. My cool uncle would be Dante, sorry.
Which Dante?
Dante.
Uncle Dante?
Uncle Dante from the DMC series.
Oh, well, my cool uncle would be actual Uncle Dante from Devil May Cry 4. When he was actually literally a cool uncle. My dad, I guess, would be Nier from Nier. Because he is the best dad. Barring that, Ethan Mars. Because he is also the best dad and sad dad. Video game mom. Who would be my gamer mama?
Gamer mama.
I'm just gonna
Clearly
be
not
a
the
freak.
one you have now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like a freak and say, the sorceress from Dragon's Crown.
Well, you'd be well fed as an infant, I guess, so.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for actually making that joke, John. I was workshopping it really fast in my head and had nothing.
You're welcome.
There you go. Brother, like I said, Travis Touchdown. I'm willing to share Travis with, I'm willing to share Travis with Mike. Sister? Fuck, dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna, like, turn around and look at, like, my game shelf. Waluigi. Waluigi can be my Oni-chan.
I kind of want to say Ellie, but she's kind of a psycho.
Ellie's a bit of I don't like Ellie.
I
like Ellie,
but
I like Ellie, she's funny, but I wouldn't want to, like, know Ellie.
I think Ellie would be a pal.
Ellie's a fun character, but I would never interact with that child in my entire life. I would probably kick them in the face. Even if this was, like, a completely normal scenario. God, another cat, really? Even if this was, like, a completely normal scenario and the world wasn't completely fucked by zombies, I think Ellie would still be, like, an insufferable brat.
So, like, Ellie is a friend, Clem is a sister.
Sure. Ellie's, like, a friend of a friend that I don't like.
Ellie's like
Ellie's like the annoying cousin that you have to entertain during, like, family outings.
Oh, there's Ellie and Joel again.
Oh, there's Ellie and Uncle Joel.
He's not the cool uncle.
Why didn't Uncle Dante show up? Either Uncle Dante. The Dante uncles.
Dante uncles. Jesus Christ. John, what's your answers?
Alright, I got some good answers here. Alright, I want my dad to be Solid Snake.
Okay. Would he be a good role model for you?
Yeah, I want my cool uncle. Cool uncle. Johnny Gat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I can see that guy being the cool uncle you think is cool until you grow up.
And then you realize that he's not cool, he's just fucking crazy and on drugs. I think we all have that uncle.
Yeah.
I just have the really depressing uncles, like, oh, he had the motorcycle and the tattoos, and oh god, now I'm 18 and now I see the truth. That's literally what happened when I turned 18.
Oh my god, Uncle Dante has a small penis and he's old.
Trench coat doesn't look good on him.
God, that trench coat and a fedora and tattoos looked so cool when I was 5.
Alright, for a brother, I would want...
Can't say Travis Touchdown. I stole him and then
Travis
Steven stole him
Touchdown.
again.
For a sister, I'd
Liquid
want
Snake.
Ashley from WarioWare. Cause she casts
the girl
spells.
that lives in a haunted mansion.
Yeah, she lives in a haunted mansion, and she casts spells and shit.
She's the girl next door that lives in the haunted mansion. You all know her name. It's Ashley. I think that's how that song goes.
I'm gonna skip brother because I can't think of one, but...
Just say Wario.
Sure.
Unless Wario's like your dad.
No.
I take Wario as dad.
Yeah, I think Wario might be a better dad than Snake, actually.
Who did I say my dad would be? I don't even
Special Agent
remember.
Norman Jaden or something?
Special Agent
Nier.
Norman Jaden. Yeah, Nier. Nier or Ethan Mars.
Alright.
You know what, I'll keep those two.
Alright, but here we go. I think you all know what this answer will be.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Mama Luigi.
That's
so
not
much
what I
better
was
than what I was
expecting. I was expecting Sister the Swigs.
What? No! Oh my god, okay. Okay, listen. You guys are gonna start fucking rumors now, because look, I already get shit. People making fun of me for necrophilia stuff. I don't need incest on my rap sheet.
We should just make a very long rap sheet, Steven. Incest and necrophilia is not enough.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. You're not gonna live that one down. I'm sorry for unleashing that.
I didn't know what to expect. And then Steven said it. And then I knew.
Oh, Lord. So you'd have Junko as your sister, right?
No! My stepsister.
Oh, that was good. That was really good.
Well timed.
We're
Alright.
on the ball with that one.
Alright, I think we're going to the next question here from our old buddy, the Masked Negro. He is
Our
asking...
masked chum.
Our masked compatriot. He asks us, Steambox, savior of the masses or unneeded distraction?
That's actually a really good question, because I was thinking about this earlier. What place does a third console that the masses have not heard of, where does that, hold it? Where does that belong?
I have kind of a weird answer to that. I feel like it's neither. I feel like it's just a good, it's, okay.
It's a thing you can do.
Yeah, the Steam box is to Steam as the Vita TV is to the PS4.
Okay.
Sure.
It's an add-on thing that you can get if you want to play some games on your TV or have some sort of streaming going on that makes things a little bit easier for you to play on your TV. That's what the Steam box is. I don't think they're going for anything more than that. So,
see, I'm thinking of maybe the opposite, though.
Alright.
I'm thinking maybe they are actually, when the Steam box is announced, they might push it as a console. Like, the new open console that anybody can put anything on, and it's all digital, and it's all the games are cheap, and I think they're going to, try to push the cheapness angle of it. And I'm less interested in how that's going to affect normal people as much as it is going to introduce competition into the main three.
See, that's what I think it's weird or no, I don't think it's, like, it makes sense why they would push it like that, but I just feel like in the end it's going to turn out to be like what I said. You know, it's going to be like they're going to come out and say, yeah, this is a Steam console. This is for people to go out and buy, and this is for people to have a console. This is going to compete against the PS4 and the Xbox One. But to me, I will go out and buy it. Like, the reason why I want to go out and buy that is because I don't want to have to sit in my computer chair and play games. That's why I want a Steam box. I want to lay on my bed and play Steam games. That's my option.
Now, here's what I'm thinking, though, is that this is in line with other, like, the idea that they're going to market it as a console. I think that they're going to market it as a console because, let's be honest with you, for the price of a console, you can build a gaming PC that's just as powerful or slightly better than the current generation consoles.
Yeah.
So, what I'm thinking is, Valve's gonna do that, and they're gonna come forward and say, our console has like a terabyte hard drive, and you get to actually use all of it. Because what are like the current like hard drives on consoles right now? Like, you go out and, like, the biggest number that you can get buying a new console is like 32 gigabytes. That's not a lot.
Which console are you thinking of?
Like, right now you can buy a Wii U, and the biggest, like, amount of storage that you can get on the Wii U is, like, that much. It's 32 gigabytes.
I guess, but, like,
38 gigabytes. Or, like, you go out and you buy a PS3 right now. And it's around that number. And I doubt that the next generation of consoles are going to have much more than that.
They have already confirmed what the storage is going to be.
What's the storage like on those?
The Xbox One's going to come with a 500 gigs. I think the same thing for the PS4.
500 gigs? Not that much, dude.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
terabyte hard drives are like more than twice as much. This is how hard drives were
explained to me by someone who knows computers. It's like a record.
Okay, let me explain this to you in a simpler way then. 1 terabyte is over twice as much than 500 gigabytes.
Sure.
There you go. So, and you can do that cheaply. On the cheap, you can build a PC that is just as powerful or more powerful than a current or next generation console. And as long as you use it as like a dedicated gaming thing, it's fine. And I think that's what the Steam Box is going to be. It's going to be like the best thing that you could make for that price being sold as a console, and Valve's going to be like, hey guys, you like all these new games that are coming out? Guess what? We've got all those games for like $10, $20 cheaper on our console. They're going to like push the digital distribution angle, and they're going to say, our games are cheaper because you don't buy anything physical. That's the trade-off. They're going to market that trade-off. And I think that with that, like, I'm less interested in that because I already own a gaming PC that's good enough, right?
Same.
I don't really care about the Steam Box. Like, if I wanted to, I could just go out and buy like a Wi-Fi thing and hook my fucking PC to my TV anyway. So, that's the thing, is I'm more interested in seeing how Steam Box as a console, if they go that direction, how that will affect the other two consoles. Or the other three consoles. I say that, but Nintendo has never been one to let competition make them do anything, you know?
Oh, I am well aware.
Like, we're on the Wii U right now, and games are still tied to consoles and not accounts. And the fucking 3DS and the Wii U don't do jack shit with each other, even after Sony just launched like an entire campaign about how fucking interactive the Vita and the PS4 are. So, count Nintendo out of that, how's that gonna affect Microsoft and Sony? What are they going to do in response to it? Will they finally nut up and say, okay, our digital distribution stuff is going to also be this cheap, and we're also going to have regular sales like the Steam Box does?
It totally depends on if the Steam Box is going to be available for purchase in like your Targets and your Toys R Us's and your Best Buys.
That is definitely a question, and I think that if it is marketed like a console,
they're going to have to.
They're going to have to market it like a console if they want that kind of result. So, what I'm thinking is that this is less, because, okay, imagine, if you will, in layman's terms, just like, you're the ordinary guy, you're not a gamer, but you like to play video games, and you're looking at the lineup next year. You got the PlayStation 4, you got the Xbone, and you got the Wii U, and you got the Steam Box. Immediately you cut out the Wii U because you're a dude bro and you don't like that kind of thing. So you got the PS4, Steam Box, and the Xbox One. You heard all those bad things on Reddit about the Xbox One because you're a normal person and you go to Reddit, so that's off the thing, right? Because even normal people are like, wow, the Xbox One is so shitty, I'm not buying that. So you got the PlayStation 4 and the Steam box. So you see a PlayStation 4, what does the PlayStation 4 do? All this really neat shit. What does the Steam box do? All that neat shit too. What's the difference between the Steam box and PS4? You can buy physical copies for PS4? Well, that sounds great. Well, what about the Steam box? Oh, you can't buy physical copies for the Steam box, but they're like $10 to $20 cheaper, and it's got like twice as much storage as the PS4, so you never run out of room. Well, I have a terabyte hard drive in my computer right now, and I still use my computer for regular computer things. Mm-hmm. So imagine a terabyte hard drive on a console that is a dedicated video games machine that doesn't need like a big bloated OS designed to do all sorts of computer stuff. All it does is video games. You're never going to run out of room on that.
I think the price matters a lot, though.
The price, at this point, it's the price. How much is this thing going to cost?
If it's 500, it'll do fine. If it's 400,
if it's $400 or $500, depending on what's in it, at $400 or $500, it'll compete well enough. Because okay, the Xbox One, how expensive is that? Like $500?
It is $500.
Yeah, so people are already writing that off as like, no, I'm not buying that. PS3 or PS4, $400. Okay.
And then there's the Wii U, which is $300.
The Wii U is $300,
like,
but it's also a piece of shit.
Families are going to see that. They're going to see Nintendo. They're going to see $300.
Their families are going to see Nintendo. They're going to see at Christmas. They're going to see the Wii U. They're going to see all these games that say only on Wii U, and they're going to think, oh, well, little Timmy Bumfuck's only got a Wii. So we're going to buy that for him. But then you've got the gamers. The gamers are going to look at, essentially, in their price range, if the Steam box is $400, it's going to be right up against the PS4. PS4's got all this good shit going for it. Steam's got cheaper games, and it's got twice as much storage. But that's all they have to do but it's also a gamble because nobody knows what the Steam box is.
Right, but it also depends on, like, how dependent this fictional gamer man is, or gamer woman is, on physical media.
Yeah,
like, do they want to have discs?
Do they want to have discs, or do they want to save money on it? Because that's the trade-off, and so far nobody has been willing to acknowledge that's the trade-off. If you ask any average gamer, like, do you like physical media or do you like digital? They're probably going to say physical media because it's the same price, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to pay the same price, you may as well go to a store and buy the physical copy, and then you're good. But if it's cheaper, like it is on Steam, like with Monster Hunter 3 in there, I bought that because it was half the price of a physical copy. Mm-hmm. I would never have bought that game otherwise, but it was cheap.
Yeah.
Comparatively, it was cheap. So I got it. And now that's taken up however much of my 32 gigabytes of memory on my Wii is. And maybe I'll buy Wind Waker digital copy. Maybe I won't. It's the same price, but it's out 2 weeks earlier. There's gotta be the advantage to digital distribution, and all Valve has to do with their Steam box is promote that they do in fact have an advantage. I think that they'll be able to sell a console just on that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're running
if they do sell it as
long,
a console.
So I'm just gonna go over these, John, do you have any more Tumblr questions?
No, those are the last 2 Tumblr questions.
Okay, we have a couple Twitter questions. Scott McAvoy, at GonzoTGreat23. Wants to know what we think of the Diablo 3 auction house being shut down. It looks like it's timed right after the console release, but before the expansion pack. Now, I'm the only one who's played Diablo 3 here. So...
I attended that panel. I guess I have something of an inside thing. At the panel, they were very open about the fact that their opinion was, yeah, the auction house was a mistake. Like, amongst the people working on that game, they're very much open about, like, we never should have done that.
I liked the gold auction house. Like, as someone who played that game a lot. There was real money, there was gold.
Anything about that.
Gold was more appealing because, alright, I want to get more loot, but I need to kill a lot more tougher enemies for that, so I'm going to take my hard-earned gold, I'm going to get a really nice weapon, and I'm going to just kill everything. And then I'm going to get more loot, and then I'm going to get more gold, and then I can go to the auction house, etc., etc. It was another little, wrinkle in the loot grind, but a good wrinkle, something that added something to it. But the it felt like the real money auction house, and this may be just because it's real money and not something I earned in-game. It felt like cheating. It felt like cheating myself out of an experience. So I can understand them cutting out the real money auction house because it does kind of cheapen the whole thing. If you can just roll up in there with $40 and become the greatest wizard who ever lived. But if you want to roll up into the gold auction house with a couple thousand gold, or however much you need to really grind that shit out. And that, I think, does add something. And I'm kind of sorry to see the gold auction house go, but it's going to be hard to get rid of one without the other. And I guess that's a fair trade-off. Now all they need to do is turn off the always-on DRM, and I think that'll be good. Otherwise, there's no point to having always on DRM because auction house.
They also mentioned at the panel that I went to that they're going to be reworking the loot drop system so that loot drops are more frequent and the drops that you get are better.
I'm gonna have to pay more Diablo 3.
So, I don't know. Maybe it'll work out. It seems like they got it all worked out.
I thought the loot was fine when I played it. It'll be interesting to see how they rework it.
Sure. I don't play the game, so I can't really say anything.
You should try the free starter edition. It's like the first act of the game.
Maybe. I still think that the funniest thing in the world is when I was at that panel and then one person asked, will you be bringing controller support to the PC version after they spend the entire panel hyping it all up? They're just like, why would you want that? That's so dumb. You're dumb.
Ian Weber at Inspector Weber, sending us Tumblr and Twitter questions.
Covering all the bases.
Oh yeah. And when we get emails from him, that'll be it. He's completed the trifecta.
Yeah, there you go.
He wants to know, how do I convince myself to play different genres? I'm stuck in a JRPG rut right now. Why are you playing JRPGs?
Yeah, it sounds like in order to get out of your rut, you should play actual video games.
I don't know. Play something that's kind of close to a JRPG, but isn't. That's my best advice to you. I just try and play whatever.
I don't know.
Play a lot of free browser-based games. That is the absolute quickest way out of your rut, because that'll get you really interested in other things really quickly. Even if it's not the exact same thing you've been playing in your browser, it's free, it's easy to access, it's not as much effort as, like, looking for a new game to play.
Yeah, I mean, what Mike's saying is pretty much what you should do. Just dip your feet in stuff. Try out some demos, rent games if you can, borrow something from some friends, just if you like something, you like something. You gotta try.
He plays JRPGs, so he might not have friends to borrow. But, no, I kid. I guess really the best kind of way is like just whatever console you have. I guess it's a PS3 since you're playing JRPGs. Mm-hmm. Just kind of like go online and just like find general lists of best PS3 games.
Yeah.
And usually those lists are pretty diverse. Like you'll have like the Uncharted series on the same list as like Valkyria Chronicles and Catherine. So just like scroll down those lists, and if any of those games sound neato to you, go to like a GameStop and buy them for like $10 or $15. That's how I built my PS3 collection. It's got like every kind of genre of game that you could have in it, and all I did was look at best PS3 games lists.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty good.
Infamous 2 and Journey. The Infamous series in general and Journey are really good.
I still need to play Infamous.
Yeah.
I haven't bought that. I've been like looking for like packs of that. There's
an Infamous bundle that you can buy.
I know that there is, and all I ever see in like discount sections is just Infamous 2. I know that, like, at Best Buy, if I went to, like, Best Buy, I would find it, but it's Best Buy's far.
John, when are you gonna play Infamous 2? Back to the noises again.
That's just his mainstay. It's just what he's got. It's what he's got tucked away.
Okay. Talk to me in, like, January, and maybe I'll be playing Infamous 2, because if I gotta beat these 3 fucking games, and then
Shit's coming out right now, dude.
Shit's coming out, exactly.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto just came out. You got at least a month.
I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna play GTA because all that happened was my brother sat in his room for 2 days and played it on his Xbox, and then he came into my room and told me how it ended. So, there you go. That's my
fun.
review. That's my review of GTA 5. My brother's a dick, 0 out of 10.
I've been watching videos of GTA 5 and it looks like punching people feels really good, so.
Man, that's just real life.
Yeah.
Alright, last question, before we end this really long podcast. Holy shit.
I don't envy you for having to edit this, Mike.
The anime
But do your
discussion is
job
just
this
going right
time.
in the trash.
Fuck no, it isn't.
Matthew Marco, my friend Matt, my old pretentious friend Matt, he wants to know because he thinks he's the first person to ask a question like this. What is game? Question mark, question mark, question mark. John
Alright, that'll do it for this
That'll
episode.
do
My mom asks better questions than that, sir.
No,
So,
not really.
okay, not
No, well,
Your mom
better
asks
bad
more
questions.
interesting questions.
sure.
Your mom brings up asses more than he has, so.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, I've popped my back, so that means it's time to go.
Thanks for joining us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
God damn it, Stephen, who's the fucking host here?
I have a nicer voice than you.
I have a much nicer voice than you. You want to go?
I have a much nicer voice than you, Mike.
Ow, wow.
Thank you for listening to the Video Game Choo Choo, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Stephen Epps.
Oh,
And with me as
fuck
always,
off.
with me as always is my editor, Mike Casamano, and my lovely co-host, John.
I'm the girl in this situation.
Go jump up
Yes,
a dick.
you are, baby.
I'm your real host, Mike Casamano. Don't let Stephen know.
This show is over.
Yeah, this show is definitely over. Thanks for
Yeah, this
listening,
is fucking
everybody.
done.